At the start of the drama, a school is shown where all rich students study. The drama's female lead, Mu Xiang, says, I am from a very poor family. I have no friends in class and it doesn't matter to me. My focus remains on my studies so that I can obtain a scholarship. Another girl in the class notices Mu Xiang looking at her crush, Zhang, so that girl bullies Mu Xiang with her friends and locks her in the washroom. Mu Xiang screams for help. Someone open the door. I am getting late for my next class. Just then, someone opens the door. When Mu Xiang comes out, a boy is seen leaving. Mu Xiang finds a button that belonged to that boy's shirt, and she keeps it safely. In the next scene, the drama's male lead, Chao Nan, who belongs to a very rich family, is seen sitting on his bike. Chao Nan is fighting with his friend, so the teacher calls Chao Nan to the office. Chao Nan goes to the office just as Mu Xiang arrives there to fill out a scholarship form. The teacher starts scolding Chao Nan, but Chao Nan doesn't care about it. Mu Xiang notices that the buttons on Chao Nan's shirt are exactly like the one she found, and one button is missing from Chao Nan's shirt. Mu Xiang tells the teacher, Sir, the form has been filled. The teacher tells Mu Xiang, I will try my best to ensure you get all the facilities. As Mu Xiang is leaving, the teacher lets Chao Nan go with a warning. When Chao Nan comes out, Mu Xiang tells him, I have something to give you. Chao Nan replies, No thanks. There is no need to give me a love letter. I do not accept anyone's love letters. Saying this, he leaves. In the next scene, two men are asking a child for money. So Chao Nan goes to help him and starts hitting the two men, and they run away. Then those men return with their friends. Seeing this, Chao Nan explains to the child, Run to the other side on my signal. When those people start fighting Chao Nan, he tells the child, Run, and he himself runs in the other direction. The bullies follow Chao Nan to catch him. Chao Nan's two friends see him running and realize he is in some trouble. They say, We will protect him. But when they see there are many people behind Chao Nan, they quietly leave. When Chao Nan returns to his friends, they say, It's a relief they didn't come in front of us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have spared them. The bullies return, and the three friends start running together. While Chao Nan is running, Mu Xiang is coming toward him. Chao Nan collides with her cycle and falls into the water. Chao Nan starts screaming, Someone save me! The bullies arrive, and seeing Chao Nan like that, they run away because they don't know how to swim either. Mu Xiang uses her inhaler and goes into the water to save Chao Nan, bringing him out. After coming out of the water, Chao Nan asks her, What is your name? When Mu Xiang tells him her name, Chao Nan starts to tell his name too. I am Chao Nan. But Mu Xiang tells him, Leave it. I already know your name. You are quite famous in school. Chao Nan starts to thank Mu Xiang. Thank you. But she says, You helped me. So now the account is settled. Saying this, she leaves. Mu Xiang goes home and keeps Chao Nan's button safely. It has a taekwondo symbol on it. Mu Xiang's dad has a grocery shop. Her mom serves food, and while they are eating, a voice comes from upstairs. The landlady, Aunt Lin, is coming. Aunt Lin asks, Can I have some free oil? So Mu Xiang gives her a small bottle. Aunt Lin sees the fish and starts to come to eat. So Mu Xiang and her dad start sneezing, which makes Aunt Lin feel sick, and she leaves. While Chao Nan is eating something, he gives that food to a dog, and the dog takes it to its puppies. Seeing this, Chao Nan gets emotional and thinks, Even they have a family, only I don't have one. Chao Nan's dad is very strict. Chao Nan's stepmother says Chao Nan has not come home yet. His dad replies, Don't worry about him. He must be eating dinner with his friends. While Mu Xiang is sleeping, she has bad dreams, and Chao Nan has the same dream. Chao Nan is drowning in water, and Mu Xiang is saving him. Just then, both of their breathing stops, and their souls are exchanged. The next day, the cleaning lady tells Chao Nan, Young boy, wake up. Do you not want to go home? Chao Nan wakes up, but Mu Xiang is now in his body. She thinks, How did I get here? She checks her body and is shocked. She runs and looks into the water. It is Chao Nan's face. Seeing this, she screams and runs away. On the other side, Chao Nan is in Mu Xiang's body. When he wakes up, he notices his hair and voice and says, What happened to my voice? He puts on glasses, sees everything clearly, and says, Whose room is this? Then he picks up a mirror, looks at it, and says, This is a girl's face. He starts screaming. Mu Xiang runs to her house and tells her dad, Dad, I am Mu Xiang. I don't know what has happened to me. She tells him things that only she and her father know. Just then, Chao Nan arrives and starts screaming upon seeing his own body. Mu Xiang's dad says, Don't worry, I am calling the police. Chao Nan says, No, he is my classmate. He takes Mu Xiang to his house and says, No one will be home now. To check each other, they start hitting each other, then change the plan and slap themselves, realizing it isn't a dream. Mu Xiang says, Is this a world where everyone's soul changes? Just then, they both see Chao Nan's father. Chao Nan tells Mu Xiang, I checked your father. He has your father's soul inside him, but I also have to check if my father has his own soul or not. Mu Xiang agrees and fearfully goes before Chao Nan's father. Chao Nan watches from above. Chao Nan's father asks Mu Xiang, how are your studies and exams? I want to put you in the business. Mu Xiang shows Chao Nan's favorite doll, but Chao Nan's father grabs it and throws it down, saying, you will remain useless your whole life. From these words, Chao Nan realizes, he is my father. Chao Nan and Mu Xiang sit and talk, suggesting, we should tell the police. Mu Xiang stops him and says, if they find out, they will perform experiments on us to see how our souls were exchanged. Chao Nan becomes quiet. They exchange their mobiles. Mu Xiang starts searching on the mobile. Chao Nan is bothered by Mu Xiang's hair falling on his face. Both think, perhaps our souls were exchanged due to going into the water. So they go to the river where they both fell before and jump into the water. But when they come out, their souls are not exchanged. Then they think, maybe we will change after an electric shock as happens in movies. So they go to get an electric shock but return out of fear. They think, this is a bad idea. Then both go to a store, where they prepare to take a small electric shock, but are very afraid. After the shock, nothing happens. Chao Nan stares at Mu Xiang and moves toward her to kiss her because he saw in movies that souls also exchange this way. Just then, Mu Xiang pushes him and asks Chao Nan, what were you about to do to me? She starts crying. Chao Nan says, sorry, and comforts her. In the next scene, both are at a hotel, and Mu Xiang tells Chao Nan her daily routine, saying, you will have to do all this and attend my classes. Chao Nan says, this means you are telling me to study? Mu Xiang says, wow, now I can see everything without glasses. This means my eyes are perfectly fine. Chao Nan says, look at me. I am wearing the glasses. You don't have to do much. You will have to go to taekwondo classes on time. Otherwise, I will not do any of your work. Mu Xiang has no interest in taekwondo, but agrees to the classes. Chao Nan is not agreeing to the part-time job, so Mu Xiang gets emotional and tells Chao Nan, my family background is not good, so I have to work along with my studies. Please, understand my situation. Then Chao Nan agrees to the interview. Just then, Chao Nan's friends arrive. Chao Nan meets them according to routine. Chao Nan's friends ask, who is this girl who is so frank with us? Guozhi asks, is this Mu Xiang? And starts mocking her, showing Chao Nan a finger. Chao Nan grabs his finger and asks, how dare you show me your finger? At Mu Xiang's prompting, Chao Nan lets go of the finger. Both friends are surprised to hear Mu Xiang's voice, so Chao Nan and Mu Xiang tell them their secret. Our bodies have been swapped. Chao Nan is not Chao Nan but Mu Xiang, and Mu Xiang is not Mu Xiang but Chao Nan. Both friends don't believe it. In the next scene, Chao Nan's friends take Chao Nan with them for a shower. Mu Xiang feels uncomfortable. Chao Nan's friend asks, boss, how can you like Mu Xiang out of all the school beauties? This feels very strange to me. Chao Nan is waiting for Mu Xiang to come out and thinks, I am in a girl's body so I can go into the girls section. When Chao Nan enters the girls section, his nose starts bleeding and he falls back. He says in his mind, I feel very good. Then he has an asthma attack because he hadn't taken Mukong's medicine. In the next scene, the ambulance arrives. Chao Nan's friends are surprised to see their boss. Mu Xiang is worried about her body and tells Chao Nan, you must use the inhaler morning and evening, otherwise you will not survive. My body is very weak. Chao Nan looks at Mu Xiang angrily. Chao Nan and Mu Xiang are sitting at a hotel. Mu Xiang gives Chao Nan the inhaler, and he keeps it. The next day, Chao Nan has an interview, so at Mu Xiang's insistence, Chao Nan goes to the hotel. Chao Nan is surprised to see the hotel because it is his dad's restaurant. Chao Nan doesn't like his dad, so he starts criticizing the food at the restaurant and tells the waiter, your food is not good. Call your boss. I want to talk to him. Just then, Chao Nan's dad arrives and says, forgive me, I am the chairman here. Please tell me your problem. Chao Nan explains, the food here is not good at all. Mr. Yuan says, please sit. We will have new dishes prepared for you. Chao Nan refuses. Mu Xiang calls him and asks, how was the interview? Chao Nan remembers, I came here to give an interview. Mu Xiang asks, did you pass? Chao Nan lies, they were offering a low salary, so I will work somewhere else. Don't worry. Mu Xiang is afraid to go to Chao Nan's house. Chao Nan's stepmother hears the door opening and is surprised to see Chao Nan, thinking, he has come home so early. He will get angry seeing me outside. Mu Xiang is thinking, I hope his mom doesn't ask any questions. Chao Nan's stepmom fearfully asks, will you eat chips? Mu Xiang replies, no, you eat them. Thanks for asking. Mu Xiang's stepmom is shocked. Chao Nan said thanks to me. In the next scene, Chao Nan meets Mu Xiang's dad outside the house, who shows his daughter a magic trick to give her a cold drink and asks, how did you like this trick? Chao Nan says, it was good. Just then, Aunt Lin calls Mu Xiang's dad, and he leaves. Chao Nan remembers Mu Xiang's words, I shouldn't say anything to Aunt Lin. When Aunt Lin comes to take free items, Chao Nan stops her and says, pay for the goods. Aunt Lin says, are you joking with me? Chaonan makes Aunt Lin sit on a chair, puts his leg on the chair and says, "You have shown a lot of dominance, but I said nothing. This will not work anymore. From today, you will have to pay for the goods." Otherwise, Chaonan shows anger by pressing a cane. Aunt Lin gets scared and hands over the money. Just then, Mu Xiang's dad scolds her and sends her inside. Aunt Lin is very scared and says, "Mu Xiang is possessed by a ghost." Mu Xiang goes to the washroom to take a bath and is happy to see such a big bathroom. Just then, Mu Xiang realizes Chaonan must also be about to take a bath with my body. She runs to message him. Chaonan is carefully looking at the button and realizes, "This is my button." Then he remembers Mu Xiang's words. The account is settled. He realizes she is the same girl who was locked in the washroom, and he had unlocked her. That day, Mu Xiang had stopped him to give the button, not a love letter. Chaonan asks his friends, "If a girl keeps your button safely, what does it mean?" The friends say, "She likes you." Chaonan is happy and says, "I knew Mu Xiang likes me." Just then, Mu Xiang's message arrives. "You are not to take a shower with my body. I will not give permission." Chaonan says, "Excuse me, I have already changed my clothes, so what is the problem in taking a shower now? And anyway, I am not interested in your body." Mu Xiang becomes quiet. On the other side, Chaonan enters the bath and is shocked to see the washroom is very small. He takes a shower and comes to the room. He sees Mu Xiang's messages. She asks, "Is your parents suspicious of me?" Chaonan says, "No," and asks Mu Xiang, "Is your parents suspicious of me?" Mu Xiang says, "I don't know. Your stepmother was crying on the phone telling your father, 'Today, Chaonan said thanks to me.'" Chaonan is happy to hear that Mu Xiang made his stepmother cry. Mu Xiang's parents are discussing, Mu Xiang's behavior has changed a lot. The next morning, Mu Xiang comes to Chaonan's dressing room. Everything there is branded. On the other side, in Mu Xiang's cupboard, there are a few clothes, and Chaonan starts cutting some of them to style them. Mu Xiang wears a new uniform and is happy that Chaonan has many branded things. Chaonan orders lenses to change his look, but his hair is bothering him. Mu Xiang gets ready, comes to the kitchen, and starts making breakfast. Then, she starts to leave with a lunchbox. Chaonan's stepmother sees Chaonan coming out of the kitchen with a lunchbox and is surprised. Mu Xiang says, "Kitchen has more. If you want, you can take it," and she leaves. Mu Xiang's parents are calling Mu Xiang for breakfast, and just then they see a glimpse of Mu Xiang running. Mu Xiang's parents see Mu Xiang from the window and are surprised. She changed her look and got a haircut. Mu Xiang gets on the bus, and Chaonan is going to school on his bike. Mu Xiang is shocked to see the boss of the bullies on the bus, and the bully boss is also surprised that Chaonan is still alive. Mu Xiang remembers Chaonan was running away from these people. Chaonan had explained, "If I meet his enemies, I shouldn't do anything, just stare at them." Mu Xiang starts staring angrily at the bully boss, and he stares back. Mu Xiang thinks, "I should talk to them." When Mu Xiang starts to talk, the bullies quickly get off the bus. Mu Xiang comes to school, and the teachers are surprised that Chaonan has come in full uniform. Then Mu Xiang starts going to class, and Chaonan calls her. Mu Xiang sees him. He has changed his whole look. Seeing herself in such a state, Mu Xiang loses her senses. Chaonan asks Mu Xiang, "Do I look handsome?" Mu Xiang says nothing. Chaonan says, "Your hair was very long, so I had to get it cut. Don't mind. Now I look much better." He laughs and leaves. Mu Xiang is very angry with him. In the next scene, when Chaonan goes to class, everyone fails to recognize him as Mu Xiang at first, but then they do. Chaonan doesn't understand where his seat is, so he asks Jiang. Jiang tells him, and Mu Xiang goes there. Mu Xiang is going to class when Miss Beauty gives her a cake. Mu Xiang takes the cake. Miss Beauty is happy. Mu Xiang says, "Good morning," to the teacher in class. The teacher is surprised, thinking, "Why is he giving me so much respect today?" Seeing Chaonan, other students also start saying good morning to the teacher. The teacher starts teaching, and Mu Xiang listens carefully. Chaonan is sleeping during class, so the teacher disturbs him and asks a question. Chaonan is unable to answer and starts mocking, which makes the whole class laugh. He gets everyone's attention, especially Jiang's, which Sheng doesn't like. After class, Chaonan is calling Mu Xiang, but Mu Xiang doesn't pick up. She is busy eating cake. Just then, Sheng comes with her friends to bully Mu Xiang. A student hears this and goes to tell the teacher, Sheng is bullying Mu Xiang. In the washroom, Sheng tells Mu Xiang, "Do you think you look cool after getting a haircut? We are not afraid of you." Chaonan says, "What is your problem? Tell me now. I have come out." Chaonan fearfully takes Sheng into another washroom and locks the door. Sheng's friend screams, "Open the door now." Chaonan tells Sheng, "I know what you have been doing until now, but if you try to mess with me again, no one will be worse than me." Chaonan hits the wall hard with his hand. When he starts to leave, blood begins to come from his hand. Chaonan says, "Mu Xiang's body is completely useless." When Chaonan comes out, the teachers are there. Seeing the injury on Mu Xiang's hand, they ask, "Have you been bullied again?" Chaonan says, crying, "Yes, they have beaten me." This makes the teacher angry, and she scolds Sheng and her friends. Chaonan leaves while making faces at the three of them. Chaonan's friends take Mu Xiang to the taekwondo class. There, the boys start showing their bodies to Mu Xiang. One boy says, "Boss, my body has become fit now." Shying away, Mu Xiang starts checking everyone's body one by one. Guozhi also shows his body and says, "Boss, look, I have become stronger than before." Mu Xiang says, "Yes, but you need to work harder." Everyone comes to fight Mu Xiang, so Mu Xiang starts throwing things at them out of fear and screams, "Please stay away from me." Just then, the teacher arrives and says, "I will close this club. You do not study because of coming here." Mu Xiang says, "Yes, yes, teacher. I am ready. You can have the club closed." Chaonan's friends are shocked, and the teacher is also surprised, saying, "Think once more." Mu Xiang says, "Yes, I have thought about it." After the teacher leaves, everyone is angry with her. In the evening, when everyone is going home, Chaonan throws a ball at Mu Xiang and asks, "Why did you agree to close the club? Do you have any idea how important it is for me?" Mu Xiang also starts getting angry, saying, "I also felt the same anger when you cut my hair, which I had been growing for 10 years. Chaonan throws the ball at Mu Xiang and says, "Go and apologize to the teacher right now." Mu Xiang throws the ball at Chaonan and starts to leave, and the teacher sees them both and scolds Chaonan, "Now you have started hitting girls as well." Mu Xiang says, "No, sir, it is not like that. You are misunderstanding both of us. We were just talking." Chaonan tells the teacher, "Sir, she hit me all over my body, because of which my body is aching." Mu Xiang is shocked. The teacher scolds Mu Xiang and tells Chaonan, "You go and come in full uniform tomorrow." Chaonan says in his mind, "Mu Xiang has messed with me, and now see how I style myself." In the next scene, Chaonan arrives on his bike and stands outside his class calling his name. Mu Xiang is shocked to see Chaonan because he is wearing shorts, which the boys in class like very much. Chaonan is giving lines to the boys, which Mu Xiang feels very bad about. After this, when Chaonan leaves the school on his bike, two students say how sexy Mu Xiang has become. The teacher is surprised and says, "Was this girl Mu Xiang? Where did she get such an expensive bike?" The form says, "Poor family." In the next scene, Mu Xiang is removing hair from her legs so she can take revenge on Chaonan. Hearing her sounds, Chaonan's stepmom thinks, "Why is he doing things like girls?" She brings many hair removal creams and says, "Tell me if you need anything else." Chaonan says, "Okay." In the next scene, Chaonan is watching students play basketball when Mu Xiang arrives. Chaonan tells Mu Xiang, "Hurry up and go to the basketball court," and as Mu Xiang takes off her clothes and shows them, Chaonan is shocked and says, "How could you cut my hair?" Chaonan's friends say, "Boss is even fairer and smoother than girls." Chaonan tells Mu Xiang, "You have messed with fire. Now see what I do." Chaonan goes to the canteen where Mu Xiang and her friends are sitting. Chaonan starts flirting with Guozhi, making food come out of Guozhi's mouth. Guozhi tells Mu Xiang, "Please stay away from me." Chaonan doesn't stop and Guozhi screams at him. Chaonan starts hitting on Ji Yang. Mu Xiang stands up angrily and tells Chaonan, "Now you will regret it," and she leaves along with Chaonan's friends. Chaonan hears girls talking, saying, "Why is this Taekwondo black belt champion ruining his image by doing such things?" Chaonan asks those girls, "What is the matter?" They show a video in which Mu Xiang is doing a cat dance with her friends. Seeing this, Chaonan is shocked and leaves angrily. In the next scene, Chaonan goes to his class, calls out his name, and tells Mu Xiang, "Come out." Just then, the teacher arrives. The teacher tells Chaonan and Mu Xiang, "Come to the office." In the office, the teacher tells Chaonan, "Do not post a video like the cat dance next time." Mu Xiang starts apologizing. Chaonan signals Mu Xiang, "You are in my body. How can you apologize to them?" The teacher scolds Chaonan. "Why don't you come in full uniform? And where did you get the expensive bike? Does your parents know?" Chaonan talks to the teacher with attitude. So Mu Xiang says, "How can you talk to the teacher like that?" And both start fighting. The teacher tells Chaonan, "I will cancel all your scholarship forms." Chaonan says, "Will you really do that?" Hearing this, Mu Xiang's life flashes before her eyes. In revenge, Mu Xiang tells the teacher, "You are right. I am a very bad student. I do not study. Therefore, I apologize for my mistakes, and if you say so, I will apologize in front of the whole school." Hearing all this, the teacher and Chaonan are stunned, and Chaonan stares angrily at Mu Xiang. In the next scene, everyone is watching the Taekwondo students because Mu Xiang is making everyone study. The teacher is also watching them secretly. Mu Xiang's parents are discussing Mu Xiang studies day and night. Meanwhile, Chaonan is not reading Mu Xiang's books but ruining her books and notes. Mu Xiang's parents come to their daughter and see that she is making cartoons in the book. They say to her, "Sometimes it is necessary to draw to relax the mind." Chaonan gets an idea and says, "Let's all do an activity together." Chaonan starts cutting all the clothes in the house. and Mu Xiang's parents are surprised to see him. Xiaonan makes Mu Xiang's parents look like drama characters and makes a video of himself as a traditional Chinese girl and sends it to Mu Xiang. Seeing all this, Mu Xiang is stunned, and as revenge, Mu Xiang secretly makes a video with Xiaonan's stepmother in which he says, "I am sorry and thank you for everything you have done for me until now. I could not understand your importance." Hearing all this, his mom gets emotional. Xiaonan gets angry seeing this video and tells Mu Xiang, "Meet me in the playground right now. First, you made the club members study, and now you are talking to my stepmother." Mu Xiang says, "Whatever I am doing with the club members is for their own good. And as for the stepmother matter, you are also doing heaven knows what with my parents." Because of Xiaonan's excessive anger, he begins to struggle for breath. So Mu Xiang says, "Be careful. If even one of us dies, we will remain stuck like this forever." Xiaonan imagines, "If I don't become a boy, people will consider me a girl and get me married to some girl." And Mu Xiang also starts to imagine, "If I cannot go back to my body, my parents will forget me forever and will never even let me into the house." Both sit and decide, "We will listen to each other." Xiaonan says, "You will train my club students well and stay away from my stepmother." Mu Xiang says, "You will stay away from my parents and not come wearing short tops on my body." Xiaonan agrees. The next day, Xiaonan hears his club members saying, "I don't know what has happened to the boss these days. He is not conducting training." Xiaonan gets angry hearing this, goes to the club and tells everyone, "Get out. I want to talk to Xiaonan." Everyone says, "Who is this girl giving us orders?" Mu Xiang tells everyone, "Go outside." Then Xiaonan tells Mu Xiang, "Why are you going back on your word? It is important for the students to be trained, not to sit here and study." Mu Xiang says, "The way you were making them skip studies for training was against school rules. This club would have been closed one day, so I am trying to save your club by maintaining both." The teacher watches these two fighting from a distance. There is a lot of fighting between the two, and Xiaonan says, "If my club is closed, it will not be good," and he leaves. In the next scene in the cafeteria, Xiaonan orders a lot of food and comes to Jiang, getting angry and driving his friends away. Jiang asks Xiaonan, "What did you want to talk to me about?" Xiaonan says, "Sheng thinks there is something between us when there is nothing. What is your opinion on this?" Jiang says, "It doesn't matter to me what Sheng thinks." Xiaonan asks, "How do you like me?" Jiang says, "You are very intelligent, but you have changed a lot now. Still, you look cute." Xiaonan says, "Then it's fine. Meet me on the rooftop." Xiaonan starts eating a lot of food. He is unable to eat it. Jiang also forbids him, saying, "Do not eat more than necessary." But Xiaonan doesn't listen, and because of eating too much, he is not even able to stand properly. Then both come to the rooftop, and Xiaonan asks Jiang, "Do you like me?" Jiang says, "Yes, like other students, I like you too." Xiaonan comes to Jiang and says, "Come on, kiss me." Xiaonan pulls Jiang toward him. Two girls pass by Mu Xiang talking, saying, Mu Xiang and Jiang are alone on the rooftop. It seems they are going to kiss. Mu Xiang is shocked to hear this and quickly goes to the rooftop. Xiaonan is going down while wiping his lips, and Jiang is looking in that direction. Seeing all this, Mu Xiang realizes that they both have kissed and says in her mind, "My first kiss, which I had kept safe, has been snatched from me." Mu Xiang leaves there crying. At the time of dismissal, Xiaonan is calling out to Mu Xiang, but she is not listening. In the next scene, Xiaonan comes home and is messaging Mu Xiang, but no reply comes. Xiaonan is sitting in the shop when two people come to buy cigarettes. Xiaonan says, "There are no cigarettes." They are talking to each other, saying, "Let's go quickly." Boss is saying that Xiaonan is sitting alone in the park. We won't spare him today. Xiaonan is shocked to hear Mu Xiang is in the park. Then Xiaonan goes to Mu Xiang on his bike. Mu Xiang is sitting sadly in the park and thinking, "I wish I hadn't saved Xiaonan from drowning. Then I would be in my own body today." The bullies are watching Xiaonan. Just then, the bully boss comes to the bullies and says, "You guys couldn't catch a boy which had insulted me. Now I will take revenge on him." The bully boss comes to Mu Xiang. Seeing her sad and crying, he says to Xiaonan, "Can I fix your mood?" Mu Xiang says, "How? I don't even know you." The bully boss says, "Leave that to me." 2. Xiaonan comes to Guo Zhi and Zhi Yang in the park. Both ask Xiaonan, "Boss, why is your bike with her?" Xiaonan tells them both, "Stop your nonsense." Mu Xiang and the bully boss are playing a game, and a good friendship has developed between them. The bully boss tells Mu Xiang, "Call me whenever you are in trouble. I will come." Just then, Xiaonan arrives and asks Mu Xiang, "What are you both doing together?" Mu Xiang asks, "How did you know I was here?" Xiaonan calls Mu Xiang to him angrily, but the bully boss grabs Mu Xiang's hand and asks, "Who is this girl? Is she here to bother you?" Mu Xiang says, "No, she is my friend." The boss allows Mu Xiang to leave. Mu Xiang tells the boss, "Thanks. I felt good playing the game with you. Now I feel much better." When Chao Nan and Mu Xiang leave, Guo Ji and Zhu Yang are left behind. Both fearfully say to the bullies, now we should also leave from here. The bullies say, yes, fine, go. Just then, a stick accidentally falls from the bullies. Hearing that sound, Guo Ji and Zi Yang get scared and quickly run away. In the next scene, Chao Nan tells Mu Xiang, how can you befriend such a dangerous guy? And why were you not answering my calls? Have you decided to get my taekwondo club closed? Guo Ji and Zi Yang explain to Chao Nan, boss, she has saved the club from being disbanded. Chao Nan tells both of them, you guys, leave from here. Those two don't leave at Chao Nan's request, but when Mu Xiang tells them both, leave, they do. Chao Nan tells Mu Xiang, nothing happened between Zhang and me. When Zhang was about to kiss me, I felt like vomiting, so the kiss couldn't happen. Mu Xiang says, this means my first kiss is still with me. Mu Xiang is happy. Then, both promise that they will not fight each other. Chao Nan has started to fall a little in love with Mu Xiang. Chao Nan drops Mu Xiang home, and both exchange their mobiles so that no one suspects. Mu Xiang asks Chao Nan, if your call comes, how will I attend it? Chao Nan says, I know you will handle it. The next day in school, Chao Nan is unable to see Mu Xiang, so he exchanges his seat so he can see her. After school, Chao Nan takes Mu Xiang to the shop and asks Mu Xiang, what is your father's size? Chao Nan chooses an expensive coat for him. Hearing the price of the coat, Mu Xiang forbids Chao Nan, saying, please do not buy this, it is very expensive. But Chao Nan buys the coat. Mu Xiang doesn't agree, so Chao Nan throws the coat at her and leaves. Mu Xiang goes to return the coat, but it cannot be returned, so Mu Xiang takes a coat one size larger. Chao Nan asks Mu Xiang's parents to go out for dinner and says, I will pay the bill. The parents ask, where did you get so much money? Chao Nan says, I have a lot of money. Hearing this, Aunt Lin asks, where is my rent? Mu Xiang's dad tells Aunt Lin, we don't have any money. Aunt Lin takes something without paying, so Chao Nan sits outside angrily. Mu Xiang's dad gives his daughter a chocolate and says, don't worry. One day I will earn so much money that I will feed you at a 5-star hotel every day. When he leaves, Chao Nan remembers Mu Xiang's words. Mu Xiang was right. Our two worlds are different. And he starts eating chocolate happily. In the next scene, Mu Xiang comes to Chao Nan's dad and gives him the coat that Chao Nan had bought. Dad is shocked and asks, is this for me? He tries on the coat and likes it very much. Chao Nan's elder brother has returned from a business trip, so Dad tells him, don't make noise. Your younger brother is sleeping. When he comes to Chao Nan's room to meet him, Mu Xiang's eyes open, and she screams loudly. Chao Nan's parents also arrive, and Dad tells his elder brother, I told you not to make noise. Your younger brother is sleeping. Hearing this, Mu Xiang is shocked and gets angry in her imagination, thinking, Chao Nan didn't tell me that he has a brother and what his relationship is with him. Mu Xiang is sitting like a girl, so seeing the three of them, she corrects her position and starts speaking like Chao Nan, saying, you guys let me sleep and leave from here. Mom, Dad, you also go to sleep, and brother, you too. The parents leave, but his brother is looking at him in surprise, thinking, why did he call me brother today? As Mu Xiang is about to go to school, Chao Nan's brother, Chao Rui, packs lunch for him and says, eat this. Mu Xiang thinks, should I take this or not? Then Mu Xiang takes the lunch and says, thanks, brother, and leaves. Chao Rui is surprised, thinking, how did he say thanks today? Am I dreaming? In the next scene, Mu Xiang is with Chao Nan, and Chao Nan says, I don't like my brother at all. So I didn't tell you about him because I didn't know he would return from the business trip so soon. Just ignore him because he is very sharp. It's better to stay away. Hearing this, Mu Xiang agrees. At school dismissal, Chao Rui comes to Chao Nan's school and says, it is going to rain after a while, so I have come to pick you up. Mu Xiang thinks, should I go with him or not? And looks toward Chao Nan's class, but he is not looking at her, so she starts going with Chao Rui. Just then, Chao Nan sees Mu Xiang going with Chao Rui. Chao Nan has brought an umbrella for Mu Xiang, but seeing them both together, he gets jealous. Mu Xiang is about to sit in the car when Chao Nan signals her intensely, don't sit in the car, but Mu Xiang still sits. Chao Nan gets very angry seeing this and starts thinking in his imagination various bad names for Mu Xiang. Chao Nan comes to Mu Xiang and starts pulling her out of the car. Mu Xiang and Chao Rui are looking at him in surprise, so then Chao Nan comes to his senses and steps back, saying, I was just saying that the weather outside is good, so we can go home together. But it's okay, you go with your brother. And he starts to leave. Chao Nan's father is feeling hot in the coat given by his son, but he doesn't take it off. Then Chao Nan and Chao Rui come home. Dad stops Mu Xiang and says, it fits me perfectly. Thanks for giving this to me. Mu Xiang is happy. Dad asks, have you run out of money that you are acting so nice? I called your school. They said you were paying good attention to your studies. I am surprised how you have changed so much. Moo-seong thinks, I must have messed things up. Now what should I say? How did I become so good? So she tells a lie. Yes, I was acting good because of the money, and that's why I gave you a gift. Otherwise, studying is not my cup of tea. Dad gets angry and says, I knew he would never improve, and continues to speak ill of his son. Hearing this, Moo-seong starts crying and goes to her room. Mom tells Dad, you shouldn't have said all that. If he is changing himself, what's wrong with that? Dad takes off the coat he was feeling hot in and throws it away. Moo-seong tells Chaonan everything. All the family members are suspecting me because of my changed behavior. Chaonan says, and you sit with Chao Rui. I was signaling you not to sit in the car, but you didn't listen to me. Moo-seong says, now I don't understand what I should do. Just then, someone comes to the door, so Moo-seong cuts the call. Chao Rui is at the door, bringing milk for his brother, and says, don't take Dad's words to heart. I am also surprised by your changed behavior because if you were like before, you would have left the house. But instead of going home, you came to your room. Moo-seong thinks, have I made a mistake again? And says, I am not a child anymore to do all this. Now I have become sensible. She takes the milk from Chao Rui, throws it in the washroom, gives the glass back to Chao Rui, and tells him to leave. Chao Rui leaves. The next day, Moo-seong secretly starts going to school when she meets Chao Rui at the door. He shows Chaonan's favorite doll and asks, do you want this? It has just been launched. Moo-seong screams, go away and stop following me. In the next scene, Chaonan is setting his hair to go to school, but his hair is not setting, so he wears a cap on his head. In school, Moo-seong is waiting for Chaonan and complains to him as soon as he arrives. Your brother is after me. Chaonan says, don't tell me. I was troubled by my brother myself. Moo-seong gives Chaonan a list of questions so he can understand Chaonan better and behave like him. Chaonan says, do I have to answer all these questions? When he takes off his cap, Moo-seong sees Chaonan's hair and realizes that Chaonan is not taking care of his hair. So she makes Chaonan sit on a bench and starts fixing his hair, saying, now you are a girl, so take care of yourself. Dry your hair after a bath every day before sleeping. Chaonan is surprised by how Moo-seong is taking care of him. Moo-seong also puts a hair clip in Chaonan's hair. Chaonan says in his imagination, has this girl taken me for a girl that is preparing me like a girl, but I am not angry. I feel good. Chaonan tells Moo-seong, you are touching your own hair. Do not forget that. In the next scene, Chaonan gives Moo-seong a paper with all the answers to the questions. Moo-seong asks him, how should I escape from your brother? Chaonan replies, spend more time out. Go to clubs or karaoke. Chao Rui does not like singing, so he will not follow you there. Moo-seong refuses because she does not like those things and leaves. Chaonan watches her go and says, sometimes I feel as if you have come from another planet. At night, Moo-seong calls Chaonan in distress. My exam is tomorrow and Chao Rui keeps bothering me. He keeps coming in on the pretext of bringing milk or juice. I do not want them to see me studying and suspect me again. Chaonan says, there is only one option. Go to karaoke. Chao Rui will not go there. In the next scene, when Moo-seong goes to the karaoke, everyone there already knows Chaonan. Moo-seong enters a room, puts the Animals channel on TV, mutes the sound, and starts studying. Just then, Chao Rui also arrives there and asks Moo-seong, are you here to study? Moo-seong is shocked and asks, how are you here? She goes to the washroom and calls Chaonan to tell him that Chao Rui has arrived there too. Chaonan asks, how is that possible? He does not like singing at all. In the next scene, Chaonan arrives to help Moo-seong. Just then, Chao Rui comes there and asks Moo-seong, is she your friend? Is she the same girl who met us outside the class? Moo-seong replies, yes, she is the one. Chaonan is not interested in talking to Chao Rui and goes inside before they can speak. Moo-seong is afraid to go inside, but Chao Rui forcibly takes her in. After Chaonan sings with full energy, he sits down. Chao Rui says, I will order something. When he starts ordering diet food, Chaonan asks, is someone sick here? I mean, I do not eat kids' food. He starts ordering spicy items. Chao Rui asks, will you eat all this? Chaonan replies, yes, easily. Moo-seong starts scolding Chaonan, you cannot eat spicy food. I have an allergy to spicy food. Chaonan says, so what? You have the allergy? I don't. Then Chaonan realizes he is in her body. Chao Rui watches them both talking and stands up, saying, I have understood what is going on between you two. Moo-seong asks, what have you understood? Chaonan also thinks, what has he understood? Chao Rui speaks to Moo-seong in code, thinking they are dating, and says, I will not disturb you two. Enjoy. Chaonan tells Mu Xiang his story. My brother Rui loved me very much. He took care of me after mom's death. But one day, he went abroad without telling me, because of which I was left alone. Dad does not like me, and when I used to call my brother, he would not talk to me. My family is different from others. I hate my family who never supported me. He gets emotional and starts crying. Mu Xiang understands his feelings and how Chaonan became so irritable. She puts her hand on Chaonan's shoulder and comforts him. Chaonan calms down a bit. Mu Xiang is studying late at night and cannot solve a question. So Chao Rui helps her. Mu Xiang is impressed by him and says, "You are quite intelligent." Chao Rui says, "You need a good environment." The next morning, Chao Rui takes Mu Xiang to the library with him and rents the second floor for her. Mu Xiang is shocked and asks, "Is this place really mine from today?" Then Chao Rui gives Mu Xiang a gift to help with her studies. Mu Xiang is very happy and asks, "Should we take a selfie together?" Chao Rui replies, "Yes, definitely." One day, Mu Xiang's books are kept outside, so Dad says angrily, "Chaonan has spread his things everywhere." Chao Rui grabs his hand and says, "Dad, do not touch Chaonan's things. He has exams on which he is focusing." Dad comes to his room and says to his wife, "Both my sons have changed. They are not like before. Therefore, I should also do something for Chaonan." In the next scene, Chaonan comes to the library to meet Mu Xiang and says to her in surprise, "Did Chao Rui rent this place for you?" Mu Xiang says, "Yes, so that my exams go well. And you also have to get good marks because you are in the body of the class topper." Chaonan says, "Yes, I will see to it." Mu Xiang is about to drink water when Chao Rui changes it and gives her hot water, saying, "Take this one. The previous one must have turned cold." Mu Xiang says, "Thanks." Just then, Mu Xiang gets up to get something, and Chao Rui brings a book and asks, "Did you want this book?" Mu Xiang says, "Yes, thanks." Chaonan is watching all this and asks, "What is going on between you two?" Chao Rui says, "Nothing. We are both brothers, so we are taking care of each other." Chaonan becomes quiet. He does not like Chao Rui taking care of Mu Xiang. Then, when Mu Xiang gets up to get something, Chaonan also stands up with her and asks, "What do you want this time?" "I will bring it for you." Chao Rui says, "Surely my brother needs to go to the washroom. Only I can take him there." Chaonan gets irritated seeing them both together. Looking at the mobile wallpaper, he gets angry because Mu Xiang has set the selfie taken with Chao Rui. Chaonan says angrily, "Now what should I do about Mu Xiang?" The next day, Chaonan's father makes buns for Yaonan and also makes the mom taste them, but they are not good in taste. When Mu Xiang comes for breakfast, Dad tells her, "I have prepared buns for you. Eat them and tell me how they are." Mu Xiang is happy to hear this and asks, "Can I taste them?" But from their strange taste, she feels terrible. Since Dad made them with love, Mu Xiang tries to eat them forcibly. When Dad goes to the kitchen, Mom quickly puts those buns in the lunchbox and says, "You are getting late for school. You leave from here quickly." Mu Xiang leaves happily. Dad says, "I had made buns for your friends too. You should have taken them." In the next scene, Mu Xiang's father had made buns for his daughter, and Chaonan likes them very much. Just then, Aunt Lin comes and starts screaming at Mu Xiang's mom. Aunt Lin runs a small restaurant where she calls Mu Xiang's mom as a waitress. Yesterday, Mom accidentally spilled soup on a customer, which caused Mom an injury, but Aunt Lin starts demanding money for her loss. Mu Xiang's father gives the money, but Aunt Lin starts to leave with free goods. Chaonan tells Aunt Lin, "You have taken extra money, and on top of that, you are taking free goods too. Give me the money for this." Aunt Lin refuses and starts showing her favors. Chaonan says, "We remember your kindness to this day. We have already returned the money you gave." He points to the mom's injury and asks, "Did we ask you for money for this damage?" Aunt Lin becomes quiet and says, "Your mom took money from me a few days ago." Chaonan looks at the mom in surprise. Father starts giving buns to Aunt Lin, so Chaonan asks, "Why are you giving her the buns you made for me?" Aunt Lin says, "This girl has no manners in talking." The fight escalates. Father tells Chaonan to go to school. Chaonan leaves in anger, and Aunt Lin says, "The rent will increase now. Not $500, $800. Dad sits down in distress and says, "It is all my fault that I am not able to give my family a good life." Mom comforts him. "You have done whatever you could for us, so we feel proud of you." But Dad becomes sad. Chaonan is hearing all the talk from outside. He doesn't feel good seeing Mu Xiang's family in this state and decides, "I will have to arrange the money." His own pocket money is exhausted, but he will arrange money from somewhere else. In the next scene, Chaonan tells Mu Xiang, "Get me money from my dad. I need money." Mu Xiang says, "Your relationship with your father is not good, so how can I ask him for money?" Chaonan says, "He made buns for you, so this time it is different." Mu Xiang refuses to ask for money and says, "Dad will think this is true, that I behaved nicely with him only for the money." Chaonan gets worried about where to arrange the money. Mu Xiang asks, "What happened? Have you had a fight with Aunt Lin, because of which she increased the rent?" Chaonan thinks, "If Mu Xiang finds out I fought with Aunt Lin, she will scold me a lot. So so he lies. The AC in your room is broken, and I cannot sleep without the AC. That is why I need money. Mu Xiang says, sorry, because Chao Nan is facing so many difficulties. Chao Nan leaves laughing that Mu Xiang found out nothing. Mu Xiang comes to Chao Nan's father's company to ask for money for Chao Nan. Seeing Dad in a bad mood, she is about to go back when Chao Rui arrives, and both sit and talk comfortably. Mu Xiang says, there is a need for money. When Chao Rui starts to give a lot of money, Mu Xiang says, my friend needs money. Can you keep her in a job at one of our hotels? Chao Rui says, oh, so that is the matter. Is she Mu Xiang? Mu Xiang says, yes, she is the one. Mu Xiang tells Chao Nan everything. Chao Nan asks, how could you talk to my brother about my job without asking me? I will not work in my brother's hotel. Then he remembers, the rent has increased because of me. So he agrees to the job at the brother's hotel, which makes Mu Xiang happy. In the next scene, Chao Rui stands with all his staff and welcomes Mu Xiang, which makes both Mu Xiang and Chao Nan surprised. Mu Xiang says, I did not know there would be such a welcome. Chao Nan says, I had a little idea. It is Chao Rui's habit to impress people. Chao Rui asks his brother, how did you like the welcome? Mu Xiang says, I liked it very much. Chao Rui says, I will show you both the hotel first. Chao Nan says, fine, let's start from your office, and leaves from there. The three come to Chao Rui's office, and Chao Nan starts criticizing his office. Mu Xiang tells Chao Rui, do not mind his words, he has a habit of joking. Chao Nan asks, what work will I have to do? Whatever work Chao Rui mentions, Chao Nan refuses and demands a high-five salary. Both Chao Rui and Mu Xiang are very surprised. Mu Xiang says, you don't want to do anything and you want a high-five salary just for coming here every day? Chao Nan says, no, it is not like that. I will help everyone a little. Then both become quiet. Mu Xiang leaves there in anger, so Chao Nan stops her. Mu Xiang tells Chao Nan, why are you doing this? You are staying in my body and ruining my reputation. Chao Nan says, because I do not like my brother. And seeing him laughing was making me angry. And I was getting more angry when you were talking and laughing with Chao Rui. Mu Xiang says, it is nothing like that. You are just ruining my image. Mu Xiang gives Chao Nan all the money she has and says, I have been saving these for a long time. But you give these to my parents because I know you have done something. From the way you are angry, surely you had a fight with Aunt Lin. Chao Nan is shocked that Mu Xiang understood all this. Chao Nan says, I will do the waitress job, and promises, I will do the job well. From today, I am Mu Xiang, and I will handle everything myself. Mu Xiang starts to be impressed by Chao Nan and says, I feel like meeting my parents. I am coming with you on the pretext of dropping you. Chao Nan refuses. There is no need for this. He is afraid Mu Xiang will find out that Aunt Lin has increased the rent. Mu Xiang does not stop, picks up Chao Nan, and says, now I am more powerful than you. Mu Xiang tells her dad, I am a friend of your daughter, and I had come to drop her home. Dad welcomes Mu Xiang and calls her inside. Chao Nan is getting worried. Mu Xiang sits with her father and talks. Just then, Mu Xiang's mom arrives and calls Mu Xiang to the table to eat. It was Mu Xiang's habit to take out the sauce and put it on the table before eating, so she does exactly that. Her parents are surprised. When Mu Xiang realizes, she says, Mu Xiang told me that you all eat this with your food. Then everyone starts laughing. While everyone is eating, the sound of Aunt Lin thumping is heard. So Mu Xiang moves the stand forward so that dust does not fall on the food. The parents are surprised again, asking, how does he know we do this? Chao Nan is also surprised, thinking, she will get me caught. Mu Xiang starts making excuses. Mu Xiang had told me about this too, that when Aunt Lin jumps, you all do this. But you all forgive me. I am considering your house as my own. Then mom and dad start laughing and say, no, you consider this as your own house too. Mu Xiang eats food from her mom's hands after many days, so she gets emotional and starts crying silently. Everyone is surprised, asking, what happened to him? Mu Xiang says, eating this food made me remember my mom. Mu Xiang's mom asks, does your mom not live with you? Just then, Chao Nan says, when he was little, his mom passed away. Mu Xiang says, I live with my brother, dad, and stepmother. Mu Xiang's parents tell her to eat and start talking through signals, thinking maybe his stepmom bullies him. Mu Xiang's dad asks her, what does your dad do? Mu Xiang says, he has his own restaurant. Mu Xiang is not able to tell correctly, so Chao Nan starts telling about his dad himself. His father is very rich and more than 100 restaurants are under him. The parents are shocked to hear that they are sitting with the son of such a rich person. Just then, Aunt Lin also arrives there and says, what is the matter? Mu Xiang has kept a friendship with such a rich boy. Does she intend to make some other relation with him? Mu Xiang's dad says, no, it is nothing like that. They are just class friends. In next scene, Mu Xiang goes to her room, and Chao Nan tells her, Aunt Lin has increased the rent. He say, Sorry, I hid this from you. I will earn money by working as a waitress in Xiao Rui's restaurant, and will not ask for money from my father. I will earn it myself. Mu Xiang tells Chaonan, thanks for fighting with Aunt Lin for my parents. Chaonan is happy and asks, does this mean you admit I am manly and super handsome, even more than Xiao Rui? Mu Xiang says, yes, you are. Chaonan shows the taekwondo button and asks Mu Xiang, did you have a crush on me? Mu Xiang gets nervous and changes the subject. Then both sit and start looking at Mu Xiang's childhood thing, which Chaonan likes seeing. In the evening, when Mu Xiang is about to leave, Aunt Lin says, future husband, are you leaving? And repeatedly scolds Mu Xiang's parents in front of both. Mu Xiang tells Aunt Lin, have you bought Mu Xiang's parents that you behave like this with them? Aunt Lin says in surprise, you have come only today, and today you have started interfering in our matters? You might be rich at your home. There is no need to raise your voice in front of me. Mu Xiang says, yes, I am a rich boy. If I want, I can buy your small restaurant and drown you in debt. Messing with me can cost you dearly. My father is very dangerous, who can buy you in a second if I say so. Hearing all this, Aunt Lin gets scared. Chaonan is happy that Mu Xiang did wonders today. Mu Xiang tells Aunt Lin, if you try to bother Mu Xiang and her parents again, no one will be worse than me, and she leaves. In the next scene, Chaonan is preparing for the waitress job, and Mu Xiang is preparing to teach the Taekwondo club members. Mu Xiang is giving Taekwondo training well, and Chaonan is doing his waitress job well. In the Taekwondo class, Mu Xiang brings the teacher with her and shows the students are also memorizing hard words along with practice. Just then, the teacher took a test of Mu Xiang and asked hard questions, which Mu Xiang answers easily. The teacher is shocked, asking, how did Chaonan become so intelligent? The teacher tells Mu Xiang, you will have to complete the conditions. First, you will make the school win the Taekwondo tournament, and second, all of you will have to get more than 30 marks. All students start making faces, wondering, we will prepare for the tournament, but how will we get 30 plus marks in the exams? Mu Xiang says, fine, we will do this, but do not think at all about closing our club. The teacher says, yes, that will be seen later, and leaves. In the next scene, Chaonan tells Mu Xiang on the rooftop, thanks for saving my club. Mu Xiang says, it's okay. Chaonan says, even though you are in my strong body, you know nothing about Taekwondo. Therefore, I will train you. Then Mu Xiang's training starts. Chaonan makes Mu Xiang run and do hard exercises so that Mu Xiang becomes even stronger in Chaonan's body. Along with that, all of Chaonan's students are also studying. Mu Xiang also learns to do a high jump. Chaonan is doing the waitress job well, so the manager says, it has been a week since you came and you are giving your best. Chaonan is happy to hear this. Just then, a customer calls Chaonan and says, what kind of food have you made? Chaonan says, bring it. I will bring another one for you. The customer starts flirting with Chaonan, so Chaonan kicks the customer hard. The manager asks Chaonan, why did you lay a hand on the customer? Chaonan says, I am leaving this job, and tells Mu Xiang about the whole situation, saying, this all happened to me, and I knew you would get angry with me. Mu Xiang says, you did exactly the right thing. Chaonan asks, are you really not angry? Mu Xiang says, no, because you protected my body and you fought for it. Chaonan gets a call from the hotel manager, who says, Mr. Yuan wants to meet you. Mr. Yuan tells Chaonan, the customer you kicked is making a noise that Chaonan should apologize to him, otherwise he will report against the hotel. You should not have left the hotel in this situation. Our hotel is getting a bad name. Chaonan says, I have made no mistake, so why should I apologize to that man? That is why I left the job. Xiao Rui is angry to hear this, thinking, how did that man have the courage to tease my brother's girlfriend? And teaches that man a lesson. Seeing Chaonan, Mr. Yuan asks, are you the same girl who met me in my other restaurant? Chaonan says, yes, I am the one. I am doing the job only to get life experience. He mentions in the talk, I am a friend of Chaonan, and I got a job here after talking to Xiao Rui. Hearing this, Mr. Yuan is surprised and remembers that Xiao Rui had said Chaonan is with his friend whose name is Mu Xiang, and that he has changed because of her. In the present, Mr. Yuan asks Chaonan, are you Chaonan's girlfriend? Chaonan is shocked and says, not yet. Right now, we are just friends. Dad looks at Chaonan in surprise, thinking, she will become Chaonan's girlfriend in the future. Chaonan asks for his 1 week's salary, so Mr. Yuan keeps him in the job again and also gives him the 1 week's salary. In the next scene, Mu Xiang's dad gets $1,400 on his mobile, so he calls out to everyone and asks, has someone sent so much money by mistake? Just then, Chaonan comes forward and tells the father, I have sent these. Dad asks, where did you get so much money? Mom also arrives there. Chaonan tells them, I am working as a waitress in my friend Chaonan's restaurant, and this is 1 week's salary. Hearing this, the mom and dad are surprised, asking, is this 1 week's salary? Mom says, I get $800 for working in Aunt Lynn's restaurant. Chaonan says, now you do not need to be afraid of Aunt Lynn anymore, and not of the fact that she will increase the rent. From now on, I will pay the rent. And he leaves. At night, Mu Xiang's parents discuss, are Mu Xiang and Chaonan dating each other? How can someone get a job in such a big restaurant? Mom says, if it is so, Mu Xiang will not be able to study. Dad says, Chaonan is a good boy, but we will have to think about their dating because he is very rich. After discussing these things, both go to sleep. In the next scene, Chaonan and Mu Xiang are on the rooftop. Chaonan says, I did not know my dad is so good. Maybe I am a girl at this time, so he is behaving kindly. Mu Xiang says, it is not like that. Dad is good, and he loves you too. That is why he made buns for you. Chaonan says, yes, you didn't even let me taste how the buns made by my father were. Mu Xiang says, don't worry. Next time when he prepares buns, I will definitely bring them and feed you. Just then, Jiang comes there and calls Mu Xiang. Chaonan asks, why has Jiang come here? And jumps down. Mu Xiang is having difficulty jumping down. Jiang has brought a shake for Mu Xiang, so Mu Xiang says thanks to him and calls Chaonan, saying, he is my friend, Jiang. Jiang thinks, only a friend? I thought Mu Xiang is my girlfriend now. Mu Xiang signals Chaonan, take your arm off his shoulder. So Chaonan gives Jiang's shake to Mu Xiang. Both drink it and praise, it is very tasty. Jiang is happy, saying, I am glad you liked it. Sheng is watching these three, so she gets jealous of Mu Xiang and starts to puncture the tire of her cycle. But Chaonan comes from behind and asks Sheng, what are you doing? Sheng is shocked. Chaonan asks, are you doing all this because of Jiang? Sheng says, yes. Chaonan says, you are really stupid. Guozhi likes Sheng's friend, but Sheng's friend does not like Guozhi. Seeing all this, Mu Xiang asks Guozhi, what is the matter? Guozhi says, I like a girl, but she says, I do not know you. I don't even know your name. Mu Xiang says, I can give you some advice that will help you. He replies, I have no interest in that. I like someone else. Sheng does not believe it, so Mu Xiang speaks a little ill of Jiang, and she believes it. Chaonan says, I will tell you how to impress Jiang. Mu Xiang shows Guozhi a drama and says, you will have to watch these dramas to see how to impress girls. Guozhi sits on the bus and watches the drama and says, seeing the hero, I will also do the same. Guozhi comes to his crush and starts to cover her with a coat. Just then, Guozhi felt very hot and quickly runs out and takes a breath of relief. Then he looks in the book to see what he should do next. In the next scene, Guozhi's crush is taking food in the canteen. Just then, someone unties her shoelaces. When she is about to leave, Guozhi's friend tells his crush, your laces are open. When she is about to bend down to tie the laces, just then Guozhi comes into the canteen and tells his crush, wait, I will tie them. When Guozhi gets up after tying the laces, all of his crush's food falls down. Guozhi is shocked and starts running away. His crush angrily shouts, Guozhi! And Guozhi is happy to hear this, thinking, now she remembers my name. Guozhi sits and makes notes, thinking, what do I have to do next? Just then, Z arrives and asks, what are you doing? Guozhi tells him, Boss Chaonan told me how to impress girls. Ji Yang says, so many girls gave love letters to Boss, but he did not understand anyone's feelings. How can you take love advice from him? In the next scene, Chaonan gets a message from Jiang, who wanted to meet Mu Xiang. Chaonan thinks, this is a good opportunity to set things up with Sheng, so he calls Sheng there too. Sheng arrives at the location told by Chaonan. Seeing Sheng, Jiang asks Chaonan, why did you invite her? She used to bully you. Chaonan says, that was just a misunderstanding. Now we are both friends. Then the three come into a room and their game starts. Chaonan tells Jiang to find clues and tells Sheng, you have to look rude and strong to Jiang and impress him by finding clues yourself. Sheng says, fine, I have understood. While searching for clues, a picture comes in front of the three and a scary sound is played. Sheng gets scared and climbs onto Jiang's lap and starts acting scared. Just then, she sees that Jiang himself is very scared and tears are coming from his eyes out of fear. Jiang tells Chaonan to leave from there. Sheng says in her mind, he is such a coward himself. On the other side, Chaonan's dad is sitting angrily. Stepmother asks Mu Xiang, have you spoiled some work that your father is sitting in such anger? Mu Xiang says, no. Mu Xiang comes before Chaonan's father, and dad says, why are you increasing my problems? Mu Xiang asks, are you angry with my friend who hit the customer? Dad says, I am worried about this. How can you make a girlfriend at such a young age? At this age, you should study. Mu Xiang is shocked and says, no, we are just friends. Dad says, do not lie. That girl herself said that you both like each other. Just then, Chao Rui arrives, and Dad starts asking him questions. Jiang finds a clue. Just then, a door opens and someone takes Jiang away. Chaonan tells Sheng, Go and save your love. Sheng goes with full energy to find Zhang. Dad asks Chao Rui, is Mu Xiang Chao Nan's girlfriend? You were the one who told me. Chao Rui says, Dad, it is not like that. That girl stays with Chao Nan because she has a crush on me. Mu Xiang is shocked to hear this. Chao Rui says, Dad, at this age, it is normal to have a crush on someone. Do not worry, I will fix everything. And Chao Nan is focusing on his studies. Dad believes his talk. 2 people have caught Zhang, and Sheng is saving him. Just then, Zhang starts struggling for breath and faints. The 2 leave Zhang and run away, fearing he might die. Sheng starts to pick Zhang up. When Zhang regains consciousness, he sees Sheng and faints again. Chao Nan is trying to come out through a small path when he hears a voice from behind. Chao Nan! Chao Nan looks back. There is a ghost behind. Chao Nan shows normal at first, then runs away out of fear and tells Sheng, leave Zhang here and run. Ghosts are coming from behind. When Sheng hears the voice of the ghost, she leaves Zhang and runs away. When Chao Rui and Sheng come into the room, there is a coffin there. Just then, Jiang also arrives there and starts staring angrily at Sheng. Jiang sends Sheng to find clues in another place and tells Chao Nan, the clue is in the coffin. Both of us have to find it together. Chao Nan starts searching for the clue. Jiang starts sharing his feelings with Chao Nan. Just then, someone grabs Jiang's hand from the coffin. Jiang thinks, maybe this is Mu Xiang, and says, do you want to kiss me again? But when he looks back, he sees the zombie king and faints. Just then, Sheng comes and punches the zombie king hard. The zombie king says, everyone, catch this girl. All the ghosts arrive there and start catching both. Chao Nan picks up something and starts hitting all of them and falls into the coffin. Seeing this, Jiang starts acting as if he is fainting. On the other side, Chao Rui brings fruits for his brother. Mu Xiang also gives fruits to Chao Rui. Seeing this, Chao Rui gets emotional and starts crying, saying, I wanted you to become the old Chao Nan, but now I am happy that you have started liking me again. Mu Song says in her mind, I wish Chao Nan were here and could hear these things. Zhang and Sheng are opening the coffin. They lock the coffin. Chao Nan says, hurry up and call Chao Nan here. My asthma medicine is running out. Sheng says, yes, I am calling her. Mu Xiang is shocked to hear this and quickly starts to go, but Mu Xiang does not know how to ride a bike. Mu Xiang says, I have Chao Nan's muscle memory, and starts riding the bike well. Chao Nan's condition is getting worse. Just then, Mu Xiang arrives there, opens the coffin, and makes Chao Nan inhale. Then Chao Nan asks Mu Xiang, why did you take so long to come? Mu Xiang says, sorry, I will not let anything happen to you next time. She picks up Chao Nan and leaves from there. Seeing Jiang and Mu Xiang going together, Jiang gets jealous because he likes Mu Xiang. The next day, while Chao Nan is conducting taekwondo practice for his students, Jiang comes and requests Chao Nan, add me to the taekwondo club. Mu Xiang thinks, should I take Jiang or not? When everyone starts to force her, Mu Xiang accepts his form. Jiang's uniform gets spoiled, so Mu Xiang brings another t-shirt for him. The next day, all students are ready for the exam. When the exam papers were being given, it was found that one paper was missing. The teacher is surprised, wondering, how can a paper disappear despite the seal pack? Therefore, she immediately comes with the school director, Mr. Go, to watch the CCTV footage. It was found that the one who stole the paper was a student of the Taekwondo club, but the Taekwondo club teacher does not agree, saying, my students cannot do such a thing at all. Then the teachers start checking the lockers. Mu Xiang says, Director, do you not think we are being framed? I mean, if we had to steal the exam paper, why would we wear our Taekwondo uniform and go to the principal's office? And after stealing the exam paper, why would we keep it in the Taekwondo club locker, waiting for you all to come and investigate us? The director asks, do you want me not to check the locker? Mu Xiang says, no, you can check the locker, but I have only one demand, that the police also be called here. Jiang remained shocked hearing the name of the police, asking, why the police? To that, Mu Xiang says, when the whole Taekwondo club has been considered suspected because of the uniform seen on the CCTV camera, it means you were also suspected, Jiang. Jiang fearfully says, but I have just joined the club and I do not even have a Taekwondo uniform. Then Mu Xiang reminds him, you have it. I mean, Ling's uniform on which you accidentally threw water is with you. Mu Xiang says, but you had not returned it, right? Therefore, you are also suspected. That is why the police will come. Jiang clearly refuses. They will not come. To that, the director starts questioning, why are you stopping the police from coming? But just then, Chao Nan comes running with the missing exam paper, saying, I have found it. It was lying under the desk. Surely the class monitor Jiang must have dropped it by mistake. That is why he was afraid to call the police. Everyone starts to be happy hearing this, that the matter is finally over, and the blame has been removed from them. Then we see a flashback. When Chao Nan was watching everyone practice from outside, he had noticed that Jiang was deliberately taking Ling's uniform for himself, so that he could then throw water on it and take it with him. When the school ended, Xiaonan had told Mu Xiang everything and told her to follow Jiang. When he came outside the taekwondo club and was putting the paper in the locker, that too in Xiaonan's locker to frame him, Xiaonan had secretly recorded a video of this thing. Then, after he left, both Xiaonan and Mu Xiang saw the locker and understood that Jiang had kept the exam papers there to frame Xiaonan. In anger, Xiaonan says, "I will upload that video on social media." But Mu Xiang stops him saying, "No, do not do that because doing so will completely destroy Jiang, but we will definitely teach him a lesson." In the present, the director asks, "If it was so, then who was in the CCTV footage?" Mu Xiang says, "Sir, it is me. I mean, when all the washrooms were locked, that's why I went to the washroom next to the principal's office. This way, the matter is solved." In the next scene, Jiang apologizes to Mu Xiang and Xiaonan. Mu Xiang says, "Now you are our club member, so how could I put you in trouble?" To that, Xiaonan says to him, "I was just jealous seeing you close to Mu Xiang because I like her. But now, because I am not worthy of her, I will stay away from her, and I hope you take good care of her." Then we see that when Mu Xiang returns home, Xiaonan was waiting for her outside the house. He shows her an invitation card. She asks, "Did Amy really invite me?" Xiaonan tells her, "Yes." Xiaonan says, "We will go together because I also have an invitation card." Then Mu Xiang says, "I once saved you in a dream too?" Xiaonan asks, "On which day?" To that, Mu Xiang says, "On the night our souls were exchanged." And then she starts telling the dream, how you were drowning in water and I saved you. Hearing this, Xiaonan is shocked and tells her that he also saw the same dream that night. And then both are surprised to know this, that it means their soul exchange happened because of seeing the same dream. Then these two search a lot about this, from which it was found that if they want to come back to their bodies, they will have to see the same dream together. Mu Xiang asks, "Now, how will we do it so that we get the same dream?" Xiaonan, who likes her, says, "We should date each other. Then we will spend more time together, and we will easily get the same dream." Then Xiaonan says, "Now let's go shopping. We have to go to Amy's birthday, right? So we should get a present for her." Then, going into a shop, he starts looking for dresses for himself too, and tells Mu Xiang to buy dresses too. Then, in the next scene, both come to eat noodles. Mu Xiang does not let Xiaonan eat spicy noodles and takes out all the spicy things. He also puts all the spicy things in her bowl and says, "I can eat spicy. You will like them." When she tastes them, she likes them very much and finishes the whole bowl in a few minutes. At night, they both decide that they will sleep thinking about each other. Xiaonan gives an idea. "Let's sleep while looking at the photo." In the dream, Xiaonan sees the old Mu Xiang with long hair, who is saying how much she likes him. The next morning, Mu Xiang says sorry to him on a call. "I could not see the dream." Xiaonan got angry because he had seen her dream. This happened because Xiaonan likes Mu Xiang, so he could easily see her dream. But she does not love Xiaonan, so she could not see it. Mu Xiang says, "No one has force over a dream." Then in school, when Mu Xiang is in the canteen, Xiaonan comes there and sees that she has also kept lunch for him. He is happy. He sees a boy behind feeding his girlfriend, so he also tells Mu Xiang to do the same. But Mu Xiang is not able to understand anything, so Xiaonan gets irritated and leaves. At dismissal time, rain was about to start. Then Mu Xiang brings an umbrella for him. He thinks, "Now we will walk in one umbrella in a romantic way." But his dreams are broken when she takes out two umbrellas, one for her and one for Xiaonan. He thinks, "Is this girl stupid?" Then he breaks his umbrella so he can walk with her. Mu Xiang says, "No problem, you come in my umbrella." But the whole way Mu Xiang covers only herself. Xiaonan keeps getting wet. When she notices, she says, "You got completely wet." Xiaonan says, "When you didn't want to bring me into the umbrella at all, how could I come?" Mu Xiang says sorry and says, "Come on, let's walk together now." But Xiaonan's mood is bad, so he leaves without talking. Then Xiaonan gets a cold because of getting wet in the rain. Just then, Mu Xiang's mom tells him about Mu Xiang's coming and going. Actually, Mu Xiang realized her mistake, that Xiaonan got a cold because of her. Therefore, she had brought medicine for Xiaonan. Xiaonan says, "Do not make me run next time, otherwise I will not forgive you." Then Mu Xiang says, "Sleep in a blanket, drink hot water, take medicine on time, because tomorrow there are playground activities whose points will be counted." Then Xiaonan, coming inside, sees the medicine and how Mu Xiang has written which medicine to eat at what time. Therefore, he says, "This girl cares about me a lot." In the next scene, everyone is shown in the playground. Mu Xiang left the boys and went to the girls to play games because she likes easy games. But here she cannot even play easy games well, yet she was just looking happy. Looking at Mu Xiang, Xiaonan imagines, "Why don't I teach Mu Xiang to put the ball in the basket, and when she is happy I will pull her to my side. I mean, what a romantic moment it will be." Therefore, Just then, he comes to Muxiang and says, "Come, I will teach you to put the ball in the basket." And then, when he picks up Muxiang to put the ball in the basket, just then, suddenly a cracking sound came and Xiaonan felt that something happened. When he told Muxiang, she says in surprise, "I forgot to tell you that today is my period date." Muxiang covers Xiaonan and says, "I am walking behind covering you." Now Muxiang is shown outside the washroom. She tells Xiaonan to bring pads. Then, when Xiaonan comes out with the pads, he finds his friends were both right here. They both understand. Boss must have taken all this for Muxiang. When these two return to school, a student hears their talk, and then this talk spreads in the whole school that Xiaonan, who is the rudest boy in school, is in a relationship with Muxiang and had gone to buy pads for her. Muxiang gets worried, but Xiaonan was chill and says, "Why are you getting worried? Let people think what they are thinking." But Muxiang does not agree, so she tells Xiaonan, "Rumors will have to be ended with rumors." Xiaonan reluctantly agrees. Then Muxiang acts as if she has an injury on her eye. Seeing it, his friends say, "You just tell us the name of the one who bullied you. Then we will not spare them." But when she tells them, "Muxiang has hit me," and says, "Do not tell this to anyone because from today, he has made me his servant and younger brother." Then the canteen scene comes where Xiaonan is having lunch, and Muxiang has become his servant. Then, like the dating talk went viral before, this talk also goes viral, that Xiaonan has made Muxiang his servant, so the dating talk was false. The next day, an expensive car stops outside Muxiang's house. Muxiang comes out. Xiaonan is also ready wearing a long hair wig. Both praise each other. Then the scene of Amy's birthday party comes. All arrangements are very good. Going there, Muxiang is a little scared. Xiaonan grabs her hand and says, "Do not be afraid." Seeing this, Amy feels bad because she has liked Xiaonan since childhood. Xiaonan wishes her birthday and gives a present. Muxiang also gives a present. Amy is surprised that Xiaonan has brought a gift for her for the first time. Muxiang tells Xiaonan, "I wish I could celebrate my birthday like this too." To that, Xiaonan says, "No problem, I will remember this," and affectionately puts his hand on her head. Then Amy blows the candles. Everyone wishes her. Then there is an entry of a new character who is an old enemy of Xiaonan. These two always fight each other or compete on Amy's birthday. Chung delivers his present to Amy, which she accepts. Amy's friend asks, "After all, who is this boy?" To that, she says, "Chung, Amy, and Xiaonan. The three have been together since childhood, where Chung has liked Amy from the start, but Amy has liked only Xiaonan from the start. That is why Chung has an enmity with Xiaonan." In the present, Chung once again tells Xiaonan to compete because he wants to defeat Xiaonan at any cost. Therefore, he said, "This time, we will have a kart race competition." To that, Xiaonan, who was in Muxiang's body, says, "First, you will have to race with me." Then Chung has to agree to the race, after which the race starts, where Chung was ahead of them all at first, making everyone think Chung will win. Then Muxiang overtakes him and easily wins the race. Then everyone cheers Muxiang up, so she tells Xiaonan, "I never thought so many people would call out my name loudly together. Therefore, thanks, Xiaonan." Xiaonan says, "Just thanks? I want a hug," and then stands with his hands forward in front of everyone. Muxiang was so happy that she picks up Xiaonan and starts spinning him around. In the next scene, Chung comes to take punishment in front of everyone and was about to say sorry, but Xiaonan forbids him from apologizing and tells Muxiang, "You can do anything with him." Then, Muxiang first starts coming to Qing with a cake in anger. Everyone thinks this cake will be hit on Qing's face, but it doesn't happen so. Instead, Muxiang tells Qing to eat that cake as a punishment. Qing says emotionally, "This is the first time you have behaved kindly with me." Then, Xiaonan grabs Muxiang's hand in front of everyone and takes her from there with him. Then Xiaonan, looking at the stars, tells her, "Look, how different that star is, whose light is the lowest." Muxiang looks at that star and then says, "This is exactly like me, because before I used to stay among everyone like this but was not visible to anyone." Xiaonan tells her, "You are my favorite star, besides whom I never see anyone else." Muxiang is shocked by his words because she can understand very well how much Xiaonan likes her. Therefore, she also gets terribly nervous and runs away from there. In the next scene, both are smiling while looking at each other's photos. This means Muxiang also has started to like Xiaonan, after which Xiaonan is shown writing a love letter to Muxiang about how he feels for her. Then both go to sleep thinking about each other, because of which both finally get the same dream together, where they see that they both are in their own bodies and Xiaonan is proposing to Muxiang and also promising that he will always protect her. Muxiang starts to be happy hearing all this. The next morning, as soon as Xiaonan opens his eyes, he realizes that he has finally come back to his body. Therefore, he is very happy. He thinks, "This means Muxiang must also have seen the same dream I saw, in which she was smiling when I proposed to her." This means she is going to accept my proposal. Therefore, thinking all this, Chaonan becomes even more happy. Then Mu Xiang is shown, who also gets surprised as soon as she wakes up, asking, "Have I finally come back to my body?" Just then, she stands on the bed and starts dancing because she had been wanting to come back to her body for a long time. Then she also finds the letter written by Chaonan, which she reads happily. It also had these lines, "If ever our bodies are not exchanged back, I will still always like you because I love your soul." She thinks, what has happened to this girl? And as for Chaonan, when he came down to go to school, his father and his brother were looking at him affectionately. His stepmother touches him affectionately, but he pushes them back in anger and leaves. When Mu Xiang goes to school, everyone is saying hello to her. Mu Xiang feels very good seeing this. Then, Chaonan starts coming to Mu Xiang by jumping from the window. She forbids him. "Please do not come here, please." Then, sitting on a bench, he starts looking at Mu Xiang non-stop. Then he asks, "Are you okay after coming back to your body?" Mu Xiang signals, "I will talk to you after class." In the next scene, we see that Chaonan's parents ask the teacher about his studies. The teacher says, "Chaonan is doing very well." On the other hand, Mu Xiang's teacher tells her parents, "She is not doing well in studies. She does not pay attention to studies at all. Therefore, you guys please explain to her." Hearing this, the parents become sad. In the next scene, Chaonan asks Mu Xiang, "Can you please meet in the playground after dinner?" She agrees. Yes, definitely. Chaonan is very happy about this. After this, when she's going to meet Chaonan a little early after getting ready well, her father stops her. Just then, Aunt Lin comes and says, "Has some scene happened between you and that rich boy, Chaonan? Your school teacher had come here to complain." Mu Xiang and her father are shocked by her talk. Aunt Lin starts saying non-stop, "This age of yours is for studying. You shouldn't have gotten into these matters." Mu Xiang starts looking at Aunt Lin in surprise, how she is saying such things to her. Therefore, she goes away from there crying. Then Mom gets angry at Aunt Lin. "Is this how you talk to grown children? You don't have any manners in talking." Then we see that Mu Xiang is sitting sadly, and her parents are saying that it's better for her to stay away from Chaonan because her marks are going down because of this. Then they explain, "Our intention is not to speak wrong of Chaonan. He is a good boy, but right now is not the time for you two to date, but to build a future, so that in the future you can come out of this poor life which you are having to face at this time." Mu Xiang says, "Yes, fine, Mom, Dad, I have understood your point, but now you guys please leave from here." And then she starts crying very hard because she truly likes Chaonan. On the other side, Chaonan is shown coming to meet Mu Xiang, but the father stops him. "You are going to meet Mu Xiang, right? I will not allow you to date at this age at all." But Chaonan says, "I am just going to study with her," and then leaves from there. On the other side, Mu Xiang takes out a box and starts keeping all of Chaonan's things in that box so that she can return them. She also keeps the letter written by Chaonan. Then, taking all the things, she comes to the playground because today she will end all relations with Chaonan. Chaonan, who is waiting for Mu Xiang, starts to be happy seeing Mu Xiang, but Mu Xiang does not look happy at all because today she is going to break Chaonan's heart so that he goes away from her forever. Then Mu Xiang returns his things to him, and that same letter too, saying, "Forgive me, I cannot stay in any kind of relation with you because I have to focus on my study, and also I do not like you." Chaonan is terribly shocked because he had not expected this response at all. She says, "You have stayed in my family and you know very well what the condition of my family is. Therefore, for them, I want to clear the university exam so that I can give them a good life." When she starts to leave, Chaonan says, "If I do not attend classes, fight with people, then do you think I will never be able to do anything in my life?" Mu Xiang explains, "No, I did not mean that." To that, Chaonan says, "I did so much for our soul exchange, and when the soul was exchanged, now I have become useless for you. It means you were with me only for your own purpose. You used to roam around with me only for purpose and talk to me only for purpose. So you are a very bad girl who knows only how to use people." Mu Xiang got so angry at this talk of Chaonan that she pushes him hard, after which he leaves from there, crying after tearing the love letter. On the other hand, Mu Xiang also comes home with those things, picking up the pieces of that letter while crying. The next day in school, Chaonan looks toward Mu Xiang's class. She had put paper on her window so that neither he could see her, nor she could see Chaonan. Chaonan gets more angry at this. He goes to her class and screams, "Come out!" All classmates are shocked. Chaonan asks, "Have you started hating me so much that you do not even want to see my face?" Mu Xiang says, "No, it is not like that. I just have to focus on my study." Then Chaonan becomes speechless and says, "Fine, do whatever you want," and leaves after saying bye, angrily. In the next scene, Chaonan has a fight with his dad, so Dad says, "From today I have only one son. You get out of my house." Chaonan says, "Fine, as you wish. I will never come back." and leaves crying. Mom starts going after him, but the father stops her. His health deteriorates, and the stepmother starts looking after him. Chaonan is going while crying that now he will truly not come back. In the next scene, Xiang is in her class, but her focus was not on her study but on the fact that why Chaonan has not come to school today. After coming home, she finds out that her dad has set up a noodle stall. Xiang asks, "How did you get this idea?" Then Dad tells her that she had given him the idea. Actually, Xiaonan had given this idea to Dad. Then all the noodles are sold on their first day, which Aunt Lin cannot tolerate at all. Therefore, she tells them to remove the stall, saying, "If a stall had to be opened, you should have taken permission from me first. I've already given people permission to open shops." Dad tells her, "You have increased the rent, because of which we had to put up the stall because only then we will be able to pay the full money." But Aunt Lin starts insulting them. Xiang says angrily, "You just want a chance to look down on my parents." Then Aunt Lin becomes more furious and kicks them out of her house, because of which Xiang and her parents become very worried. Xiang starts crying seeing her parents so worried. So they both explain to her that everything will be fine. Dad says, "No problem. We will take a house on rent somewhere else and we'll also put up the noodle stall somewhere else." Then Hao Nan is shown, who had come to a company for a job, but he had neither a diploma nor experience. So the interviewer rejects him. Then he doesn't get a job anywhere. The next day, Xiang's parents say, "Today, we will go to see a house on rent." Just then, Chao Nan's brother, Chao Rui, and his dad arrive and ask, "Does Xiang live here?" Xiang's dad tells them, "Yes, but who are you people?" Just then, Xiang also comes out and is shocked seeing them. Then they say, "We have to talk to Xiang in private." They tell her that Chaonan has not returned home for a few days. Hearing this, Xiang gets worried. She says, "I know absolutely nothing about this because I have not talked to him for many days." Chaonan's dad does not believe her talk and leaves from there after getting angry at her. In the next scene, we see Chaonan in a house, which is the house of the brother of Chaonan's mom, Mr. Chang, who asks Chaonan, "How many more days are you going to stay here and what is your plan for the future?" Then he says, "Actually, I am searching for a job online and will leave from here as soon as I get a job. But you do not tell my dad that I am here." Then he says, "Yes, fine, I will not tell." Then we see Chaonan's uncle before Chaonan's father and brother, where he is telling them that Chaonan is staying with him. Mr. Yuan says, "You should have told us about this." Uncle says, "Actually, Chaonan is my own sister's son, who had come to stay at our house for the first time. I'm taking very good care of him. I also give him pocket money every day. He just rests in his room. But these days our own work is not going well. Otherwise, I would have booked a 5-star hotel for him too." Actually, Uncle was telling all these lies so that Chaonan's dad would trust him. Then Chaonan's brother sends 100,000 yuan to the uncle's account and says, "You just take good care of my brother. As long as my brother is with you, you just take care of him." Uncle starts acting, "No, this is not needed." But inside, he is happy seeing the money. As for Jiaonan, who is worried searching for a job, he finally got a job as a delivery man where he gets 1,500 yen monthly salary. And if he takes more orders, then he will also get a commission. Then that place is shown where Jiaonan is going to stay now. He will not stay alone there. Many more people stay in this room. Therefore, Chaonan has problems seeing all this. Next, we see Xiang's parents who see an apartment. Its rent was quite low, which Mom is surprised at. The agent tells them, "But you will have to make a one-time payment. I mean 36,000 yen. Then Dad is shocked. Then Dad says to his wife and Xiang, "I find this matter strange." Therefore, he refuses to pay one time. He says, "No problem. Do not take this apartment. I will give it to someone else." Hearing this, Xiang's parents in a hurry agree to pay one time and sign the contract. This means now this apartment is theirs for the next 3 years. Then Chaonan is shown, who does hard work and is delivering orders non-stop. Then at night, he doesn't even get sleep in a room with other employees. Then he starts feeling sad remembering Xiang. Then Chaonan goes to work without eating or drinking anything. Then an employee named Gong notices him, thinking, "If it goes on like this, he will snatch all the commission from us." Then at night, when Chaonan comes to the room, his roommates were sitting on his bed and making it dirty. Therefore, seeing this, Chaonan got angry, asking, "How can you people even do this?" Then Gong, who is already jealous of Chaonan for how Chaonan keeps making bonus after bonus, pushes him back. Chaonan says, "Oh, so you want to fight with me?" And then he was about to hit Gong when he faints and falls due to dizziness. Then, when he opens his eyes in the hospital, the nurse scolded Chaonan that this condition was due to skipping meals. Then he finds out that Gong had brought him to the hospital. He tells Chaonan, "I have paid the bill. When you have money, return it to me." Then Chaonan smiles because Gong is not at all how wrong he was considering him. but a good person. In the next scene, we see Mu Xiang's family in their new apartment where they all were happy. Therefore, Dad prepares a tasty meal for celebration. But before they could eat it, just then the lady who is the real owner of this apartment makes an entry. She asks in surprise, "Who are you people and how did you come inside?" Father told everything, that they have taken this on rent and also given advance money. Then that lady tells them, "I have given the keys of my house to many agents because I want to sell it. Therefore, one of them has committed fraud with you because I had not told anyone to give it on rent. Therefore, we should inform the police." Hearing this, they are shocked, asking, "Has fraud truly been committed with me? Now where will we go? Because I have given all the money to the agent." Mu Xiang asks Mom, "How much money do we have left now?" Then Mom told, "Only 3,000 yuan. She says, "No problem. In so much money we can take a room on rent for a few days. Then I will do a part-time job and we will manage the expenses with the money that comes." Dad also says, "Yes, fine. I will also start working by finding some job." Then Dad takes them to feed them and say, "Do not worry, because the owner of this restaurant turned out to be a man from my village who has given me this food quite cheaply." Hearing this, they both started eating food happily, and then the three cheer each other up, saying, "See, everything will be fine." Then we see the school scene where Mr. Go's health was not looking good. Just then, Mu Xiang comes to him with a form telling him, "Teacher, I need a dorm to stay in." Teacher says, "But suddenly? Because this is the end of the semester, not a single dorm will be vacant." Then she tells him, "Actually, some problem has occurred in my family, because of which we no longer stay in the previous house. My family has taken a house on rent for a few days near a very distant village, because of which I will have problem coming and going to school every day." Teacher says, "I will get you a room in the dorm, but you will have to adjust with roommates." Mu Xiang says, "Yes, I will adjust." And then Teacher Go signs the form. Then, when Mu Xiang comes to the dorm with her things, the girls there talk to each other. "Hey, this is Chao Nan's close friend, right? I have heard that she and her family have been kicked out of the house by the landlady. That is why she has come to stay here. Chao Nan is also missing from his house." Then this talk spreads in the whole school. Chao Nan's friends also call him and tell him, hearing which Chao Nan gets worried. Then he checks his balance, which was very low. Therefore, he thinks, "Now how can I help Mu Xiang?" Then his roommates, who were seeing Chao Nan worried, Gong gives some money to Chao Nan, saying, "Here, this is from all of us for you, so that whatever your problem is, it gets solved." Then Chao Nan gets emotional that his roommates themselves, being so poor, want to help him. But he also refuses to take the money because he wants to fix everything himself. Then, Chao Nan decides to sell his bike. But because it was already used, the shop owner said, "You will get only 30,000 wen for this." Chao Nan starts thinking that with so much money, Mu Xiang will be helped. But he emotionally started looking at his bike because he had a lot of memories with it. But still, he sells it for Mu Xiang's sake. Then in the next scene, we are shown Mu Xiang who, when she was in the dorm, her classmate Shin comes to Mu Xiang and gives her money saying, "This is my saving. You can keep it because I know you need money very much at this time." Mu Xiang returns her money saying, "Thanks for thinking about me, but I cannot take this money. Instead, I am searching for a part-time job." Then we are shown that when Shin is going back, Shin comes to Chao Nan and tells him Mu Xiang did not take the money. So Chao Nan becomes sad. The next day, Chao Nan comes to Aunt Lin and tells her about Mu Xiang's family. "You must have found out that the house Mu Xiang took on rent belonged to someone else." Then Aunt Lin says, Yes, I know everything. And whatever is happening with them is exactly right because those people used to misbehave and fight with me." Chao Nan says, "They were like your family, so you should keep them on rent again." Aunt Lin clearly refuses. Chao Nan gives 30,000 yuan directly to Aunt Lin, saying, "You just let Mu Xiang's family live in peace for 2.5 years and do not even tell them about this, that I have given the rent." Then Aunt Lin happily accepts the money. The next day, when Mu Xiang's parents were working outside a restaurant, Aunt Lin comes and says to them both, "I have found out everything about you, so you come back with me." Mu Xiang's parents ask, "Have you truly come to take us? But we do not have money to pay the rent." Then Aunt Lin says, "No problem. Give it when you have money." Then in the next scene, these three together entered Aunt Lin's house again. Mu Xiang says sorry to Aunt Lin and promises that now she will never misbehave. In the next scene, when Mu Xiang is practicing in school, Amy comes to her and asks, "Why are you looking so happy today?" Mu Xiang told her, "Now I have come back to the same house where I stayed before and I have also got a job." And then she thanks Shin for how Shin had tried to help her. Then Shin, hearing all this, thinks and then tells her, "Sorry. Actually, Chao Nan had told me to give you that money." Hearing this, Mu Xiang requests her, "Please make me meet Chao Nan." Then she calls Chao Nan to a restaurant where he comes worriedly and asks, "What happened? Why did you call me to meet suddenly? Is Mu Xiang in some trouble again?" When Mu Xiang comes before him, Chao Nan starts going from there in shock. But Mu Xiang stops him and asks, "Where were you for so many days? Are you okay? And did you persuade Aunt Lin to help us? If yes, how?" Then Chao Nan says, laughing, It is nothing like that. There is no relation between us that I would do all this for you. Therefore, do not think too much. She again tells him, you should go back home, after apologizing to your dad. Then on this, he says, you please mind your own business. Then, Chaonan is missing Mu Xiang while looking at her photo at night. So Mu Xiang was also missing Chaonan while looking at the same photo. Both go to sleep together thinking about each other. And in the morning when they wake up, both are shocked because their souls have been exchanged again. Then, seeing that place, Mu Xiang understands how much Chaonan has faced. Then Chaonan comes to school to see Mu Xiang, but she was not there. Then he gets a thought. I hope Mu Xiang is not apologizing to my dad after going to my house. If that happened, what will happen to my image? Thinking this, he starts getting angry. Then a noise is made from behind. Chaonan has finally come to school, so everyone is happy. Chaonan is also excited seeing Mu Xiang. In the next scene, Chaonan, meaning Mu Xiang, tells the parents, I promise I will pass this year and will not get into the matter of love. I will stay away from Mu Xiang. Hearing this, Dad is happy and says, just complete your studies and handle the business with your brother. In the next scene, we see Chaonan's brother comes to Chaonan and says, take as much money as you want from me, and I will also get you a new bike. Just pass the exam this time. So Mu Xiang says, Chaonan is very lucky to have a brother like you. Chaonan's brother asks in confusion, what do you mean? So Mu Xiang says, changing the talk, I am lucky to have a brother like you. Then Mu Xiang needs a red file to solve sums. Then she remembers, that letter is in that file which Chaonan had given, but I had torn it and then kept it after fixing it. If Chaonan saw it, he would understand wrongly that I like him when I do not want to accept it. Then Mu Xiang secretly comes to her house and finds her file in which that letter was. Then she was about to leave from there when Chaonan asks Mu Xiang, what are you doing here? Seeing him, she screamed a little, because of which there was a noise in the house. Dad calls out and asks, Mu Xiang, son, what happened? Then Chaonan starts telling a lie. Dad, nothing at all. A big cat had come which I am chasing away. Dad says, okay. And then Chaonan asks Mu Xiang, what is the reason for coming home so late at night? So then Mu Xiang says, I had just come to get this file. Mu Xiang starts hiding the file, because of which snatching and grabbing start between the two, and they both fall down. Hearing the noise, Dad calls out and asks again, after all, what is going on, Mu Xiang? She says, yes, Dad, I am perfectly fine. I have driven away the cat. And then they both start looking at each other closely and carefully, because of which their heartbeats become fast. Mu Xiang puts the file in front of her face, which Chaonan snatches and sees that letter. Mu Xiang says, actually, I had kept it with me because it was your thing, otherwise I would not keep it. Then Chaonan, who is happy after seeing the letter, says, yes, fine. I have understood your point. Now you can go from here and study with concentration. Mu Xiang quickly starts leaving and also feels embarrassed because the thing she was doing so much to hide, Chaonan finally saw it. Then Chaonan says to himself, it means I am also as special for Mu Xiang as she is special for me. Mu Xiang also likes me very much. On the other hand, when Mu Xiang was going home with the file, Chaori sees her going, from which misunderstandings start coming into his mind. Therefore, he decides, now I will also join my dad and keep Chaonan and Mu Xiang away from each other. In the next scene, Amy comes and tells them, I am good in English, therefore I will teach English to you all. Then Chaonan refuses to do group study because he wants Mu Xiang to teach him alone. While Mu Xiang was getting worried, you need group study too. And then starts teaching Chaonan, sitting right there. A girl asks, are you both girlfriend-boyfriend? Then Mu Xiang, who is in Chaonan's body, starts refusing, no, it is nothing like that at all. Then Chaonan's father comes there and tells Chaonan's brother, Chaonan had promised us that he would stay away from Mu Xiang. Then what is he doing here? Then these two go inside and start asking for the changing room, which Mu Xiang sees. Therefore, she says to a girl, you quickly tell my friend that his parents have come here. Then that girl does so and says to him, do not be afraid, I will hide you. And then when Chaonan's dad and brother come to the dressing room, Chaonan, who was in Mu Xiang's body, asks, what are you both doing at my workplace? Dad says, we have found out that Chaonan is also here, therefore we have come to take him. Then Chaonan tells them, no, it is nothing like that because Chaonan and I, meaning we both, have decided that we will not keep any contact with each other before going to college. Then those people leave from there to search for Chaonan. And now here Chao Rui became more afraid. Forgive me. Mu Xiang's parents start giving soup to Mu Xiang. Here, finally, now you can drink it comfortably. But but Chao Nan starts saying, "This is telling mom and dad. I have to be ready for my act." After Mu Xiang comes out, the girl who was helping them says, "You both are real-life Romeo and Juliet, because your parents also do not want you both to stay together." Chao Nan says, "They are quite strict." Then that girl says, "No, your dad was not like that. Rather, he was looking quite kind and sensible." Then Mu Xiang tells her, "He was not his father. He is my father." Then at night, while Chao Nan was sleeping, Mu Xiang was also sleeping in her house. Then they both got a dream together where they were Romeo and Juliet and were saying to each other, "Now how will we live like this because the world wants to separate us both?" Just then, Chao Nan's dad and brother both arrive and say, "Juliet, you leave our Chao Nan's life because of you, he's not handling our family business." Then Mu Xiang's parents also arrive and start stopping Mu Xiang. "You will not stay with Chao Nan at all." These two scream a lot. Chao Nan says, "No, do not separate my Juliet from me." But when his eyes open, he has come back to his body, meaning the soul is exchanged back. Then he comes to school and talks to Mu Xiang about this. "I don't know why this is happening with us." Mu Xiang says, "No problem. Right now we do not have time to discuss these things. Rather, we should focus on study. Only then can you save your club from being closed forever by passing the exam." Chao Nan says, "If it is about my club, then I will give my 100% in study." In the next scene, Mu Xiang is making Chao Nan study. Then Chao Nan was just looking at Mu Xiang because Mu Xiang was looking so cute to him. Then he focused on study, and when the study was done, in the end, these two start playing with each other and spend time with each other well. Then, after a few days, Mu Xiang and Chao Nan are talking while walking where Mu Xiang says, "Finally, tomorrow is your exam. Are you nervous?" Chao Nan tells her, "Yes, a little. But to tell the truth, I do not want to graduate because then they will send me abroad for study like my parents, and then I will have to handle the family business." Then Mu Xiang says, "No problem. This is your responsibility which you have to fulfill one day or another, and graduating is most important." Then Chao Nan says, "Yes, I realized this when after running away from home, I used to go to give job interviews. Then no one was keeping me in a job because of not having completed study. Therefore, I remembered your talk then, why you always kept telling me to study." Mu Xiang tells him, "My dream is to give my parents a very good life, and you see, I will definitely fulfill this dream of mine," and then wishes Chao Nan good luck for his exam tomorrow. The next exam day, Chao Nan and all his friends cheer each other up. "We can do this!" And then all of them come to give the exam where they were full of focus. Then, when the result came after a few days, everyone is very happy because they all had passed with good marks. But Chao Nan was sad because he had failed. When he tells everyone else about this, "I have been failed by only 2 marks. Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Is it true that boss Chao Nan has failed? When Chao Nan apologizes to everyone, just then a student tells here, "Teacher is closing your taekwondo club." Hearing this, all of them quickly run and stop the teacher from doing so. This is not just a club, but our emotions. Therefore, please do not close it. But the teacher says, "I had said before that if even one of you fails, I will close it." And Chao Nan's class teacher was scolding him. "You have failed again? And now you want to transfer from here?" Then Chao Nan says, "Yes, because I cannot face my friends." Then Mu Xiang tells Chao Nan, "You should check the exam sheet before doing anything." Then we are shown Teacher Go again, who was not stopping at anyone's request. Then Chao Nan arrives and tells him, "I have also passed, but the English teacher has accidentally given me low marks." Teacher Go asks, "What do you mean?" To that, he says he called the English teacher who checks the sheet and then says, "Hey, yes, this is my mistake that I have given low marks on this answer while it deserves 5 marks. And as soon as he increased the marks, Chao Nan also finally passed. The teacher is surprised but also happy for Chao Nan. "You worked hard to save your club. I am not closing it." Hearing this, all students become very happy. In the next scene, everyone is partying for the joy of Chao Nan's passing. Then when Mu Xiang returns home, she finds out that today she and her parents are invited by Aunt Lin's husband's side. Then at night, when Mu Xiang comes to her room, Aunt Lin's son comes there and hides something under Mu Xiang's bed and warned Mu Xiang, "You will not tell my parents anything about this." Then Mu Xiang is surprised. When she checks, she finds out it is a guitar. This means Aunt Lin's son's focus is not on study, but on music. The next day, Chao Nan tells Mu Xiang, "There is a taekwondo tournament after a few days, about which I cannot take any risk at all, meaning we both will change our sleeping time so that even by mistake our souls do not get exchanged." Mu Xiang also agrees. Then when they start to leave from here, they meet Chao Rui, who says to Chao Nan, "You had promised us that you would not date Mu Xiang." Mu Xiang starts explaining, "We are not dating. Rather, we had come to discuss the taekwondo tournament." But he was not believing any talk of Mu Xiang. Just then, Chao Nan gets angry, asking, "What is your problem?" Then, grabbing Mu Xiang's hand, he takes her from there with him. In the next scene, Chao Nan and his brother both return home together. Then, Chao Rui explains to him, "Stay away from Mu Xiang. you do not have to get into these things. Rather, you should focus on your future so that you can handle our family business. Then Chaonan says, why are you after Mu Xiang when she is only helping me and she is the only one who understands me? His brother says, is Mu Xiang more important for you than me? To that, Chaonan says, yes, because do you remember? After Mom's death, Dad used to hate me so much. I had only you, but then you went abroad for study without telling me. And now when you have come back, you are acting to be my brother, while when I used to call you, you did not even reply to them. Therefore, I am joining my hands before you. Do not come between my happiness. After this, he leaves from here. The next day is the first round of the Taekwondo tournament. He motivates his teammates, we have to make a place in the finals somehow. And then the tournament starts where everyone was giving their best and makes their place in the finals. And now at night, Chaonan tells Mu Xiang, please do not sleep at the same time because tomorrow at any cost our souls should not be exchanged. Mu Xiang says, yes, you do not worry. I will sleep late. You go to sleep early because I have to study now and I have full belief that you only will win this competition. And when you win, I will bring flowers for you. This makes Chaonan happy. Next morning, when Mu Xiang woke up, then she is happy that she is in her own body. Then, while Chaonan was going for the competition with his family, just then Dad tells him, I have canceled all my important meetings to watch your competition. Then Chaonan starts trying to sleep to ignore his father's words. On the other hand, Mu Xiang also goes to sleep in the bus at the same time. Then they both got a dream together. But when she wakes up after sleeping, then she finds out that their souls have been exchanged again. Therefore, Chaonan starts screaming quite loudly. Then, Mu Xiang is also worried. Then, at the competition where her whole team had come to cheer Chaonan up, Mu Xiang, who is in Chaonan's body, starts getting nervous seeing so many people. Then she goes to Chaonan, who was lying down in a place. Mu Xiang asks him, what are you doing? Let's do this. Quickly take medicine and go to sleep. Then our souls will be exchanged back. But Chaonan clearly refuses. Very little time is left now. Now there is no use in this. Do this. You also lie down right here because now nothing can happen for both of us. Mu Xiang also starts getting worried. Just then, an announcement is made that their team has won one round. Chaonan is happy to hear this, thinking, this means if we win the second round too, then you will not need to compete. Mu Xiang starts being happy hearing this talk. And then, as soon as these two came up happily, they found out that these people have lost the second round. Now Mu Xiang will have to play the third round. Then Chaonan explains to Mu Xiang, do not be afraid. Try to play as much as you know. Then I will accept whatever the result will be. Mu Xiang starts going fearfully. But as soon as the round started and the opponent moved forward to hit, seeing him, Mu Xiang starts running out of fear. Seeing this, everyone is shocked, asking, after all, what is boss doing? On the other hand, the opponent team also starts mocking Chaonan. Just look at him. So Chaonan's father was also confused as to what Chaonan was doing. Then the round starts. Mu Xiang tries to attack on Chaonan's word. On this account, on the contrary, non-stop attacks happen on her, because of which she falls down. Then everyone started becoming sad, but Chaonan's team starts to cheer her up. Everyone else also starts cheering her up by calling out Chaonan's name. But Mu Xiang does not know Taekwondo at all, so how will she play this match? Chaonan was also explaining in signals, you attack like this and like that. Then, when Mu Xiang does the same, this time she was so badly injured that she does not have the courage to get up at all. Everyone is sad, thinking, now we have lost this competition. Along with that, everyone feels bad for Chaonan too. The counting was started where Chaonan, seeing Mu Xiang's such condition, says to himself, Mu Xiang, please do not get up now. I cannot see you being beaten anymore. Therefore, please do not have the courage to get up at all. But Mu Xiang still gets up after having courage because she does not want to let Chaonan's Taekwondo club be closed at any cost. Then, Mu Xiang remembers that move of Chaonan, which he had once taught her, telling her, this gives full 11 points and this will also work in self-defense. Then Mu Xiang imagines as if all of Chaonan's muscle power is coming inside her. Then, with the use of that great move, she injures her opponent and knocks him down. Counting was started, but the opponent cannot get up and faints. Then everyone screams loudly because Mu Xiang finally wins the competition. Chaonan feels proud of Mu Xiang, and Chaonan's father is also quite happy. Mu Xiang asks the teacher, now you will not close our Taekwondo club, right? To that, the teacher says, no, not at all, because of you, the name of our school has been glorified. Then Chaonan brings flowers for Mu Xiang, seeing which Mu Xiang becomes happy. In the next scene, Mu Xiang is in the changing room, so Chaonan applies medicine on the injuries on her face because he could not bear to see Mu Xiang in pain. Just then, Chaonan's father arrives, so Chaonan leaves quickly. Father becomes worried seeing her condition. Mu Xiang takes off the medal and puts it on Dad and says, I am seeing you so worried for me for the first time. Thanks, Father, for caring so much for me. Now you are proud of me, right? Father gets emotional and asks, can I take a selfie with you? Mu Xiang says, yes, definitely, and both take a selfie. Now, after a few days, the scene is shown. Actually, today was Mu Xiang's stage performance, which Chaonan was going to do. So with Mu Xiang, everyone comes to see the show. Father brings sunflowers for Mu Xiang. The show starts where Chaonan has become a sunflower and speaks his dialogues well. After a while, the show ends, which everyone likes very much. When everyone starts to leave, Mu Xiang is with Chaonan, but seeing her father, she stops and says to Chaonan, you go, I will meet Papa, and she herself goes from there. Dad gives sunflowers to his daughter and says, you have acted very well. Come on, your mom is waiting at home, and leaves from there. In the next scene, Chaonan's dad announces while having dinner, from the day after tomorrow, Chaonan will do an internship with me in the company. Hearing this, Mu Xiang is surprised. Her brother starts drinking while getting a little irritated. The next day, Mu Xiang tells Chaonan, your father wants to take me to the company. So he says, you will not go anywhere. I do not want to work in their line. Hearing this, Mu Xiang becomes quiet. Next morning, Mu Xiang comes down, then finds out that father has made all the preparations for Mu Xiang. Chaonan will go to the company with them. Mu Xiang is confused how to refuse father because she does not want to break his heart. So she agrees to go to the company. Chao Rui gets jealous seeing all this. On the other side, in Mu Xiang's house, Aunt Lin's son Rocky asks for his guitar. Chaonan says, first of all, call me with respect, calling me Miss Mu Xiang. And second thing, I do not know where the guitar is. Rocky says, what do you mean? I had given it to you only. Rocky says, do you want me to increase the rent of your room? To that, Chaonan says, yes, increase it. I will sell your guitar and pay the rent, and I will tell your mom that you do a music show in the park. Hearing this, Rocky becomes quiet. In the next scene, Mu Xiang is doing her work in the company. Then Chaonan's uncle comes to her and hugs her. Mu Xiang pushes him away from her. Uncle Chang thinks, how did Chaonan change so much? It becomes night. Uncle says, come on, I will give you a treat. But Mu Xiang refuses. I will leave only after completing the work. In the next scene, Uncle Chang meets his brother and instigates him against Chaonan, saying, Chaonan only thinks about himself and is going to snatch your position. His brother listens to his talk carefully. At night, father asks Mu Xiang, how was the first day in the company today? She says, today I have completed quite a lot on the first day itself. Hearing this, the father is impressed. In the next scene, Mu Xiang's dad was singing a song while making noodles, and Chaonan records their video and shows it at night. Look, so many views have come in only 2 hours. Everyone is liking your song and style, meaning you will become famous. Father is happy. If I become famous, then first of all, I will buy a house for my family. Chaonan says, yes, Dad, definitely. In the next scene, Chaonan's uncle gives Mu Xiang very hard work, which she does sitting the whole night. Next morning, Chaonan's dad calls her into the office, scolds her, and says, because of your mistake, all the shipments have come wrong. Mu Xiang says, I am sorry, but she does not understand why it happened so. To that, Dad says, fine, it's okay. Right now is your start, but from next time, you will not work on big projects at all. Then we find out that this work was done by Chaonan's uncle through Chao Rui. First, Chao Rui says doing so will be wrong, but on uncle's excessive insistence, he agrees to do this work. In the next scene, Mu Xiang brings food for everyone for the apology. When she comes outside the uncle's cabin to give it to him, she hears the uncle talking to someone about how they got Chaonan's project spoiled, and how they both are using the brothers only for money so that they can keep committing fraud in the company comfortably. Mu Xiang records the uncle's talk and makes Chaonan hear it, but Chaonan does not believe it. Then Chaonan tells Mu Xiang about his dad's viral video. Then, when Chaonan comes home, many people had come to Mu Xiang's father's noodle stall and insist on the father singing. Seeing all this, Chaonan is happy. In the next scene, Mu Xiang comes to tell Chaonan's dad the recording. Then her brother comes from behind and tells her, Dad has gone on a trip. Mu Xiang tells him everything about the recording. Then, when Chaonan goes to take a bath, Chao Rui comes into his room to delete the recording. He sees many messages from Mu Xiang's number on Chaonan's mobile, where she was telling his dad, meaning Chaonan's dad, look, your dad has done this today and that today. So then, noticing these things, he is quite confused and starts thinking. He has also seen Chaonan's behavior inside Mu Xiang and Mu Xiang's behavior inside Chaonan, meaning Chaonan suddenly changes. Sometimes he becomes intelligent, and sometimes he takes his old rude form. Chao Rui deletes the recording from the mobile. Then while going, he finds the letter written by Chaonan. He was just looking at it when Mu Xiang, who is in Chaonan's body, comes out and asks him, Brother, what are you doing here? Then, seeing the letter, she says, please return this to me. But Chao Rui was suspicious of him. He asks, First you tell me whether you are Mu Xiang or Chao Nan, and from the way you are behaving nowadays, surely you must be Mu Xiang. Mu Xiang acts as if she is taking his talk as a joke, but Mu Xiang sees the recording was deleted from it. Therefore, she asks Chao Rui, "Brother, how can you do this?" He gives no answer to this talk, but takes the letter and leaves. There at Mu Xiang's house, Chao Nan gets Mu Xiang's call, so he comes to meet her directly. Mu Xiang tells him, "Your brother deleted the recording and now he is suspicious of us, and we do not even have any proof against the uncle." Chao Nan gets worried as to what is happening. The next day, while Mu Xiang was sleeping, many doctors come there and start taking her with them because everyone had found out about the soul exchange. Dad was saying, "Take him away. He is not my son." Then Mu Xiang starts crying quite loudly. But this is only a dream. And now, the soul is exchanged back. Jiaonan has come back to his body. He is shocked seeing his brother before him. His brother asks, "Who is in the body at this time? Mu Xiang or Xiaonan?" And it seems Xiaonan has come back. Xiaonan screams loudly, "After all, what nonsense are you talking? I am not afraid of anyone. If you want to show my letter to Dad, then show it." Brother says, "Xiaonan, I am not like that. I will keep your secrets only to myself. I will not blackmail you." But Chao Nan in anger says a lot to the brother. So Chao Rui locks Chao Nan and leaves. Chao Nan screams loudly. Chao Rui also takes his mobile with him. Mu Xiang calls Chao Nan, so no one attends his phone. Mu Xiang gets worried and decides to go to Chao Nan's house. Then Chao Rui tells his dad, "I have found out the reason for Chao Nan's changing again and again. He has such a disease that he makes the character of the one with whom he stays more his own. This is a serious illness. We should get Chao Nan treated rather than keeping him busy by giving company responsibility." Hearing all this, Dad gets worried and believes his talk. Dad gets Chao Nan's room opened. As soon as the room opens, Chao Nan hits his brother with a powerful punch and says, "What do you want to prove? That I am a psycho?" Brother says, "Dad, look how much worse his condition is." So father tells Chao Nan, "I will fix everything. For now, you go to your room because guests have come downstairs." At Dad's request, Chao Nan goes to his room, so Chao Nan is locked again. Then Mu Xiang arrives, whom these people do not let meet Chao Nan, telling her that he is ill. Mu Xiang requests, "Please let me meet Chao Nan for a little while," but they refuse. Then, when Mu Xiang is going from here, Chao Nan calls her from the window. Mu Xiang asks, "Are you okay?" So then he says, "Yes, I am okay. My family members have had a little misunderstanding which will take time to be fixed. Do not worry about me. Rather, you go home." In the next scene, father brings food for Chao Nan. So Chao Nan refuses to eat and says, "Dad, truly my condition is not bad. I am perfectly fine. You believe me." But Dad does not believe any talk of his. So Chao Nan sits quietly. He understands that they will not agree like this. "I will have to do something." The next day, when the stepmother comes to give breakfast, Chao Nan says, acting like Mu Xiang, "Aunt, you have come. I like you very much. My name is Mu Xiang. Can we be friends?" The stepmother remained shocked as to what has happened to Chao Nan, that he has also put on makeup. Therefore, just then she starts calling out to Dad. Then Chao Nan acts as if he is fainting. And when father arrives and is about to call the doctor, he gets up again. And this time, he acts as if he is Chao Nan. He starts doing just like he stays and shows attitude to both. Then he starts doing his practice as if he only cares about his work. Chao Nan's dad and stepmother both remain shocked, asking, "What is he doing?" So both go from there fearfully. Dad gets more worried. Mom suggests, "We should call Mu Xiang because he has gone crazy only in Mu Xiang's love. Therefore, it is important for Chao Nan to meet Mu Xiang." So Dad agrees to call Mu Xiang to the house. In the next scene, Chao Nan's brother hears the talk of the same two men who were praising Chao Nan. They talk to each other that Chao Nan's uncle is causing fights between his dad and his family and is stealing money in between. Hearing this, Chao Rui is shocked. Then Chao Rui tells Dad everything, how uncle committed fraud with them and the company. Then Chao Nan's dad shows the proofs of all the uncle's black deeds to him. Uncle Chang starts crying and says, asking for a last chance, "Do not kick me out of the company." Uncle Chang had taken great care of Chao Nan and his brother in childhood. Therefore, he gives him a lot of money and sends him from there. Chao Nan says, "Dad, I do not have double personality disorder. Rather, I used to get company work done by Mu Xiang, so they were so perfect." Mu Xiang also accepts, "Yes, I used to do all that sitting online which Chao Nan told me to do because he is my good friend, by helping whom I got happiness." Then, Dad becomes quiet. Chao Nan's brother also admits that his soul does not exchange. He just took Mu Xiang's help. In the next scene, in Mu Xiang's house, everyone is very worried because Rocky has not returned home yet. Aunt Lin starts apologizing to Mu Xiang. "Forgive me. for all the bad I have done with you to this day. At this time I need you all so that I can find my son. Please help me." The family members comfort Aunt Lin. "Do not worry. We all will find Rocky together." Then Mu Xiang calls Chaonan. Hearing about Rocky's leaving the house, Chaonan also gets worried. The next day, Aunt Lin is going to find Rocky with Mu Xiang's mom and dad. They see outside the house that many people had come to help them. Seeing this, she is shocked. They were all friends of Mu Xiang and Chaonan. All say together, "Aunt Lin, do not worry. We will definitely find your son and bring him back." Aunt Lin gets emotional and says, "Thanks to all." Chaonan says to everyone, "Inform me wherever Rocky is seen." Everyone starts searching for Rocky everywhere, but he is found nowhere. Then finally, Chaonan's friend Gong finds Rocky sitting outside a shop. He tells Chaonan, "Rocky has been found." Chaonan arrives there with Aunt Lin and Mu Xiang and says, "You first hear Rocky's talk from a distance. Rocky was playing the violin very well inside the shop. Everyone is impressed by him." Aunt Lin is also surprised. "Does my son play such a good violin?" The shop owner offers Rocky a job so that he teaches children the violin, and parents also request, but Rocky refuses. Then Chaonan and Mu Xiang come from behind and tell him, "Go home, your mom is worried." Rocky refuses because, according to him, his mom does not support him. Chaonan explains, "It is not like that. She loves you very much and she has also come here." Hearing this, Rocky is surprised. Has mom also come? When he comes running out, he sees his mom who is leaving, but she stops and praises Rocky's violin and regrets that she never understood her son's talent. Rocky gets emotional and starts crying. Aunt Lin also cries. Then everything between these two becomes fine. In the next scene, Chaonan comes out of the house and sees that his dream bike has been gifted to him. Seeing it, he is happy and says, "Dad must have given it," but it turns out that Uncle has given it and has written, "You are fond of bikes, therefore I am gifting this to you, but never become a bad person like me." Reading this, Chaonan becomes quiet and remembers the past when Uncle used to sit him on his bike. Remembering all this, he forgives his uncle. In the next scene, Mu Xiang's dad is singing while making noodles, and Rocky plays the violin with him. Now Mu Xiang's family has become financially strong because her father is famous on social media. People come to their noodle stall, and the stall is famous not only for singing, but also for tasty noodles. Like this, days pass, and now Chaonan and Mu Xiang's soul never exchanged again. This problem was fixed forever. Then on the lecture day, all students and their parents had come. Chaonan's father tells Mu Xiang's father, "Mu Xiang is a very good girl, because of whom my son Chaonan has become a different person." Mu Xiang's father feels proud hearing this. Then all students promise that they will prepare well for the college entrance exam and take admission in a good university. Mu Xiang tells Chaonan, "I want to become a doctor so that I can treat asthma patients." So Chaonan thinks, "I will also have to get good marks for admission in Mu Xiang's university." Next day, he meets Mu Xiang on the rooftop again and promises, "I also will study with heart, so that I also take admission in the same university where you are going. Then we both will not be separated." Mu Xiang becomes happy. Then Chaonan studies day and night. Then their entrance exam happens. Today is their last day in this school. The class teacher motivates all students. Chaonan stands and thanks the teacher and says, "Sorry that he used to bother Teacher Go in the start." Other Taekwondo students also stand up and say thanks and sorry to the teachers. Then, everyone gives the exam well on the exam day. In the next scene, Mu Xiang comes to her parents and tells them, "I have passed." So hearing this, all become very happy. Chaonan was waiting for Mu Xiang's arrival. Then he imagines, "When Mu Xiang comes to me, I will first tell her about passing. Then, I will secretly start the music, drop the rose on my hand that I have hidden in the tree, take it in my lips, and move forward to kiss Mu Xiang. And finally, our first kiss will happen." In the present, Mu Xiang tells Chaonan, "I have passed." So Chaonan congratulates her and tells her, "I have also passed. I also will take admission with you in the same university." Mu Xiang is even more happy and congratulates him. In the next scene, Chaonan and Mu Xiang are standing where Chaonan tells everyone how special Mu Xiang is for him, who has changed him completely. So Mu Xiang also tells the feelings of her heart, how much she also likes Chaonan and how happy she is with him. Chaonan starts being happy. Then all click a group photo and are very happy. Chaonan grabs Mu Xiang's hand and takes her to talk alone. Lights turn on in the playground. Chaonan slowly goes to Mu Xiang and tells the feelings of his heart. "I love you very much," and asks, "Will you like to stay with me all your life?" Mu Xiang smiles and tells Chaonan, "Yes, I am ready to stay with you always." Chaonan becomes very happy. Both kiss each other because finally, everything in their life had